Check, check. It's Monday. Let's do this. Connor and Marshall Show. Get that stream. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe as always. Listen to the show. Download the Rock 1061 app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker or check us out at rock1061.com. Marshall, happy Monday.
Good morning to you. I see that you took the fashionista advice that Lauren from Connect Savannah gave us on Friday. Not only are you wearing a bright, colorful button-up shirt, but you did pull your hair back.
Yeah, she recommended the man bun, which I can't do yet.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a man bun. You do have your hair pulled back.
Yeah, it's a ponytail-ish.
Yeah, it's bunnish.
No, it was, I took a shower last night, woke up this morning, my hair was everywhere, and I went, nope, not today. Not today, hair. So I pulled it back.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying, it looks like you did take her advice to heart, and, you know, you're kicking off this week looking good.
I shaved. Ish.
Okay, yeah,
you know?
Right. Still a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow there, but sure, yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't have any razors, so I just took the electric razor and took the beard off as far as I can go.
Right.
Because, I'm not spending money on a razor right now.
Oh, yeah.
Not worth it.
Definitely too much money.
It is, man. It's way too much money. Didn't make it to Westbrook this weekend. Kind of disappointed about that.
Uh-oh.
The wife and youngest kid are driving to Illinois anytime between now and 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So she's like, too much to do before I leave. Can't waste the day doing. I'm like, I get it. Understand. So went to Two Tides, had some beers. Went to the draft room, had some beers.
Cool.
Came home, had more beers.
Okay.
It was a good Saturday. Still drank.
It sounds like you had a day.
Just didn't have to leave or drive for 4 hours.
Okay.
So it was good.
Good for you, man. Yeah, I mean, this weekend, the weather was on and off, so mostly I just kind of hung out at the house. And Saturday night, I was making myself some Mai Tais, sit on the couch watching the Brooklyn Nets game, and Vic texted me. And let me tell you, it made no sense, and it was incredible. And I shared that conversation I had with Vic on our Instagram page. So if you didn't see it, Cotter and Marshall on Instagram, I guess he was getting high, I guess.
I always assume he's high.
I mean, the conversation, I mean, I could tell you, I could literally read it word for word. It would make no sense right now. It was like 21 ganj, LOL, lots of emojis. This man is large on the emoji scale. And then I think he made like the worst dad joke of all time at the end. I don't know. It's a really weird conversation. I highly recommend everyone check it out because it still makes me laugh over at the Cotter and Marshall Instagram page.
Yeah, you sent it to me, and I still don't know what he was saying. I'm still confused. Coming up today, it's a great show. We've got an awesome drunk line call. I'm going to talk to the big guy about this Julio Jones trade.
Yep.
We got trivia to get to. Wheel of Florida today. The call, comment, and text topic today. What weird or annoying thing does your significant other do, but you still love them all the same? A couple people posted to Facebook, it's a trap. It's not a trap. Just answer the damn question. You can go to the Facebook page now and comment. And, of course, get to about last night. Tiger King, in real life and on TV, got an update there. A sports bettor is getting some probation. And, yes, though neither of us watched it, we've got to talk about this Mayweather-Paul fight.
I read the comments on what happened.
I think that's all you need. That makes you an expert.
Yeah.
We'll get to that next. Kick off the show. It is Cotter and Marshall. Good morning. Here's a day to remember and everything we need. It's Rock 106.1.
Wanda, you're up early this morning. Good morning.
What's up, Wanda?
I'm going to share the show. A few spots before we jump in the first story. What story are we going with now?
Paul Mayweather.
Gotcha.
All right, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Gibby, what's going on? So my kid worked at Pizza Hut last night until midnight, and since my wife was getting up and driving 15 hours today, I'm like, I'll go to bed. Went to bed about 8:30. Got up at 11:45, picked up my kid, came back. Tried to get back to sleep. Didn't work very well. On and off for about an hour and a half. Then I was woken up at 2:15 to my dog puking a massive, just ungodly amount onto my floor. So I had to clean that up. That was fun. So I've been up probably out of bed since about 2:30 today. Good times. I've already had a cup of coffee. I will have another. Fighting to stay awake. No, that fight shouldn't have happened at all. Oh, what time do you have to take off to be the chauffeur, Wanda? We've got about a minute. We will talk Mayweather Paul. Got some audio from Floyd Mayweather post-fight. It sounds about as boring as you'd expected it to be. Probably 7:15. Damn. That's cool. All right, guys, got about 15 seconds. We'll be right back. Story number one. Good morning. Happy Monday to everybody. Cotter and Marshall jumping right into about last night. Story number one. The Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul exhibition fight was last night in Miami. Marshall, I've done many questionable things in my life, but I refuse to watch this fight for free or to even pay for it. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, the fight didn't happen, I think, until closer to 11 o'clock, so there was no way I was staying up to watch it. I heard, did you know that Chad Ochocinco was on, the fight lineup? Like, he fought last night?
No.
I think he got beat, too.
Really?
Yeah, he did not do very well.
Are you shocked? Is anybody shocked by that?
He got knocked down, I think, within, the fourth round or something like that. I don't know. I think he lost, but I was stunned to see that this thing was as heavily, I don't know, given our time and attention as it was, because apparently for 24 minutes, Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul just stood there and hugged each other.
Now, if you look at the punch stats, there weren't too many. Mayweather did lead Paul, landing 43 shots to Paul's 28, though Paul threw like double the amount of punches that Mayweather threw. Dude only landed 13% of his shots.
Yeah, I mean,
13.
It's almost like he's not a real boxer, Cotter. Crazy stuff. Well, actually, after the fight, Floyd Mayweather was stated to saying that he, when it comes to legalized bank robbing, he's the best. Apparently, he made between $50 and $100 million.
That is so stupid. He did say that he thought Paul was a better fighter than he expected, that he actually surprised him, and he also had this to say.
Punch here, clinch. He was the bigger guy. His background is wrestling, if I'm not mistaken, so he was good at tying me up. And I really believe that he was, just going a distance, that was a win for him, so he was happy. Because at the end of the day, I'm going into the Hall of Fame for boxing. And I have nothing to prove. When I was competing, I had a great career. If they're happy with holding 8 rounds, dancing and grappling for 8 rounds, congratulations.
That man just does not care. He just made a lot of money. It doesn't matter to him.
Why did anyone pay $50, to wash this paper on a Sunday? Why on a Sunday?
I don't get it.
It seemed like a setup from the beginning. From the day they put the fight, from the 2 fighters that were supposedly headlining it, they gave Chad Ochocinco a spot to come and get his ass kicked in the ring. I mean, just an utter S show, Cotter, with this thing. I mean, why this continues to happen? Well, I'll tell you why. Because people are stupid and throwing their money at it.
They're paying money.
But how much money do you think they're actually going to make from pay-per-view rights? Because honestly, I don't know really anyone who watched this fight legally.
I know there are a couple bars showing it, charging money to come and watch it.
Really?
Yes, I did see that. So, I obviously they're making something because they keep doing it. I mean, they signed the other Paul brother to a Showtime fight deal. There's money there to be made. I don't get why, but there is. I mean, you haven't talked about boxing this much in years, and it took YouTube stars for us to get there. I don't know what that says about the sport.
It wasn't in a good spot. That's what it says about the sport.
Now, of course, there's no judges. There was no official winner. The fight did go the distance. I don't think that shocked anybody, but I saw some unofficial scorecards.
Okay.
ESPN, 78-74, Mayweather. Boxing Scene, 79-73, Mayweather. CBS, 79-73, Mayweather.
So he's 51-0?
Yeah, I guess, if you want to count it. Just take your money, man. Count your money. That's all that matters at this point in time.
Yeah, and that's what Mayweather's doing, because he actually, over the weekend in Las Vegas, he has a little entourage, a group of 8 guys that are his guys. He bought them all $100,000 cars. I don't know if you saw that story
no,
too.
I didn't.
He bought Aston Martins and all sorts of these super crazy high-end cars from a celebrity car dealer, Chop, in Las Vegas.
All right, coming up next, story number 2. Benjamin Patz, sports bettor, got himself into a little bit of trouble when he started threatening players and their families. Story is coming up. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Coffee.
All right, guys. Yeah, I had a nice little weekend. I went to, I think Friday night I just mostly chilled out. And then Saturday I went and saw Quiet Place Part 2. Great film. When it comes to sequels and horror thriller films, A Quiet Place Part 2 was really good. It came out 2 weeks ago, came in number 2 this weekend on the box office. But A Quiet Place Part 2 can confirm worth your time, worth checking out if you are looking to go check out the movies. And then The Conjuring 3 came out this weekend. You could watch it on HBO Max at your house, which is what I did, but it also came out in the movie theaters. Came in number 1 at the box office this weekend. At the end of this hour, I'll do a little 5-word review and kind of break down that film and let you guys know whether it's worth your time or not.
You had a double bill of horror this weekend.
Yeah. Watched some Vikings over the weekend.
Nice.
Tried to lay up on my pool, man, but it was all cloudy and crappy for the majority of the weekend.
Yeah, weather sucked. Weather definitely sucked.
Didn't get to mow the yard, but I honestly didn't really want to.
No, I didn't either. And in both of those, I didn't want to, and I didn't. So needed to,
mm-hmm.
but no. Thomas, good morning.
I was tempted to watch The Conjuring on HBO last night, but Boss Man pissed me off, so I went to bed. There you go. Yeah, Conjuring, I'll talk about it here in a little bit. I won't ruin it. A few guys I know say The Conjuring was a good flick. Yep. Definitely. So 7 o'clock, we have a question, which Cotter brought up already. It was pretty much, what's the annoying little thing that your significant other does? But pretty much you put up with it still. And I asked my wife that question because I wanted some content there.
Right.
She gave me 3 things, like right out the gate, like shoot. And
she's been holding on to those for years.
Oh yeah, they're pretty funny actually. So I got some personal ones, and then I have one for her as well.
Okay.
I stopped at 1. I could have gone farther and longer. Did you get a tan this weekend? Did you get some sun, or did you just get are you just having some bad lighting right now?
I don't know.
You look very dark. Did you see the sun this weekend?
I did. Sat outside at Two Tides. We sat outside at a draft room.
Yeah.
They had a really good Pilsner on tap at Two Tides.
Okay.
Pea foam. It was really good.
I saw a picture of that.
Yeah, I liked it. It was nice. We had some event going on with Graveface later in the day, but we got there nice and early.
Some of what? At Graveface.
They have an event. They had an event at Two Tides with Graveface.
Oh, okay.
Later in the day, but we didn't stick around for that.
Gotcha.
It's awesome that we sat up outside on the deck, and there was a spot across the street in front of that big reddish brown house that's there, and it was a spot you had to parallel park in. We watched 4 different people try to park into this spot before somebody finally pulled it off, and they got a round of applause from us because nobody else could do it. Though I did find out my car has the auto parallel park feature.
Interesting.
I haven't tried it yet because I don't want to hit another car.
Yeah, I don't know.
Makes me a little nervous.
I'd be very nervous to use the auto parallel park too.
I'm going to try it eventually because I want to see what happens. But yeah.
If there was a bunch of clearance, then I would maybe try it. But if it felt like it was a tight squeeze that only I could do, I don't know. I don't think I would let the computers deal with that.
Nah.
That would make me very nervous to do.
Oh man! So then my wife obviously took my car, or is taking my car to Illinois.
Yeah, I saw the
this weekend.
The Dana-mobile in the parking lot when I pulled up this morning.
Got Dana's car that is 15 years old.
Yeah,
pushing 200,000 miles. It sounds rough. Sounds so rough. Part of me wants to take it over and get it looked at, but I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Yeah, when you deal with a car that old, man, it's like an old dog. It's just like my old dog, man. Like he messed his knee up, and I'm like, nah, it's not worth taking him into the shop.
Yeah.
Let's let him walk it off.
Yeah. The one I cannot parallel park either. I've done it twice in my life successfully. I cannot do it. When Marshall first moved here, we went out to Tybee. I had the Alero at the time. Of course, it was Tybee. It was the summer. It was stupid, crazy busy. There was one parking spot. Marshall was already there. There's one parking spot that I found that was parallel parking. Marshall had to come across the street and park my car because I couldn't do it.
Oh, that's funny.
I just can't do it. But now, with the new car, with all the backup cameras and freaking sensors on it, I think I could probably pull it off. Maybe. I don't know. All right, got about 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Going to get to this story about the sports bettor that decided it was a good idea to threaten players and their families. I'm surprised he only got probation with the things he allegedly said.
So am I. And it's crazy. It's crazy that he only got probation for, talking about dismemberment. He talked about dismembering people.
It was crazy.
But, we'll talk about that here in just a few moments. We'll also, like I said, we'll do that review of The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. here at the end of the hour as well. Big guy Frank Sulkowski is going to join us. I'm very excited because I always wonder if he's alive at 9 a.m. Hopefully he is.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
The man works very, very late, so it's always awesome to get him up very early. I don't know why. It just makes me feel good.
We'll have to get him in for beer for breakfast one day. He's going to have to come in and drink beers with us.
He was actually the next guy. So if I couldn't get Lauren in this past Friday, I was going to reach out to the big guy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's early enough. He doesn't do stuff until later on TV. You'd think it wouldn't be an issue for him to come in and, drink half a beer. But I don't know.
Gibby goes, freedom of speech. Well, when it comes to what this guy said, it wasn't like a F you, buddy. It was I'll slice your kids' heads off, buddy. Maybe we should take a second, think about what he said there before you're like, freedom of speech, instead of, that's a threat against my family, and possibly this guy could murder me.
Yeah, it was a little crazy.
Gibby parallel park like a champ. I'm okay at it. I wouldn't say I'm great. I don't think I've hit another car while parallel parking, and if that's the best parallel parker in the world, then I am.
Yeah, I've never hit anybody, even on my failed attempts. I can just never get the angles right.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a certain, you don't want to go out too far. Yep. You don't want to crank her out too far on the initial take, and then you don't want to go too hard of an angle in because it doesn't give you enough room to take the front of your car and kind of line it up. So.
Right. All right, guys, got about 30 seconds. Going to head into story number 2.
Tony, freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequences. That's true, and that's what happened to this guy. This is crazy. Wait till you hear what he said. We'll tell you.
So crazy.
It's crazy.
All right, be right back.
Rock 106.1.
Story number 2 about last night. Sports bettor Benjamin Pats. He kind of became famous in the betting world, known as Parlay Pats. Won more than $1 million on parlay wagers. Well, he's recently been sentenced to 36 months of probation. He was accused of threatening professional and collegiate athletes on social media. In a criminal complaint released in 2020, the U.S. Department of Justice claimed Pats targeted 207 social media accounts of both professional and collegiate athletes, along with their families and significant others. Teams include Patriots, Blue Jays, Athletics, Padres, Tampa Bay Rays, and Pepperdine University.
So in its plea agreement, Pats acknowledged sending threats to 4 Rays players after a game against the White Sox back on July 20th, 2019, where the messages included, Cotter.
Yes?
I will sever your neck open, you pathetic expletive. I will enter your home while you sleep and sever your neck open. I will kill your entire family. Everyone you love will soon cease. I will cut up your family and dismember them alive.
How this dude only got probation blows my mind.
That's kind of going, I don't know, over the line. That is crazy talk, straight up crazy talk. Like telling someone to F off on Twitter because they had a bad game. Sure. They lost you a bet. Obviously, these Rays players cost him a bet against the White Sox back in 2019. But to go as far as direct messaging someone these insane comments that I just read, that I will probably not repeat, is beyond me. He should probably be serving some sort of time for online terrorism.
Now, this obviously was a plea deal, and he admitted guilty to this one count of transmitting threats in an interstate or foreign commerce. But there was 207 different social media accounts that he was accused of. What else did he say to these people? I mean, and why only admit to this one, or why is this involving only this one case?
I'm guessing those are probably the worst, so they let loose the rest of them, or he would be going to jail for the rest of his life, and they realized he was just a big dummy sports gambler.
Now, Pats' attorney told ESPN, Mr. Pats expressed remorse for his actions and the hurt he caused and apologized to everyone who received one of his messages or is otherwise adversely affected by them. He's also grateful for the court's decision to place him on probation.
He was just it sounded like he was just a sports gambler, like addict. Like
Right.
he was just living moment by moment with this weird identity he got created for him. I mean, he had a nickname of Parlay Pats. Yeah, dude, you gamble too much if you have a nickname called Parlay Pats.
Now, Marshall, you keep saying if Georgia ever legalizes gambling, you're lost.
Right.
This is what you're going to do with the rest of your life. How bad will you get? I mean, do we have to worry here now?
No, I'm just going to
about
direct
Parlay Pats types of level stuff.
I'm going to direct message myself. Like, you idiot! Why would you ever bet on the Chicago Bears? They're losers. They'll always be losers. Against the Packers? Idiot.
All right, coming up next, story number 3 about last night. Tiger King, both in real life and one of the TV shows. We got updates on the way. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1, your Soundgarden.
Yeah, I would just message myself.
That's a good idea.
You idiot. You big dummy. All right, got that all set up perfect. If anyone needs a part of a grill and he needs part of a grill, there is Random One northbound on 95 past area. Saw last night coming from Summer Waves.
Nice. Yeah, I realized. So I've had my grill for over a decade. We bought it when we moved out of the apartment into the initial house we lived out in Wilmington Island, and I had to get a new top grate, where you actually cook the meat. But now I noticed the bottom grate where you put the charcoal has got big, massive holes in it. So we're actually looking at grills. I think we're gonna, for the first time in a long time, get like a nice grill instead of just we had like the black.
You gonna go gas or propane? People will judge you for this answer.
I know. Oh, gas or charcoal? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm open to either. I don't. The gas grill thing doesn't bother me at all. So I'm just gonna find the one I like the best. I like the option of having a griddle on it as well. My wife and kid being a vegetarian, it's nice to be able to cook like some vegetables.
Yeah,
and the griddle just makes that way easier than try to throw some stuff on the grill sometimes. So I like an option of that. So one we looked at yesterday didn't have like a separate griddle spot, but it came with a griddle that you can put on the grill, and it had like a burner on it as well if you wanted to use a frying pan or something. So that's kind of intriguing, but.
Yeah, so I've had 2 grills now that had like the side burner.
Yeah.
Never once used it.
Never?
No.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just a bad barbecuing guy, but I've never used it.
I'm getting my coffee.
Yeah, coming up next, we'll talk the ongoing saga of more Tiger King in our life, and then I'll talk about The Conjuring here in a little bit as well. We also have the return of Wheel of Florida today, which I'm really excited about. That's going to start at 8 o'clock today. 8 o'clock today, excuse me. Obviously, I have tons of stuff going on over the 20th anniversary show. I was working on some of that stuff over the weekend. We officially got our staff shirts, which is nice. I'm working on like the signage that goes around the stage. They're called scrims. So I'm working on getting those ordered. Got an ice machine coming. We're doing lanyards for working staff as well. So I'm getting the art done for that. Plus, we're getting new art done for a bunch of stuff that you see on the live stream. Waiting for some of that to come through. And then I got to stop by the post office today. I'm actually going to mail out some of our Torture Blues Day to my family and friends. Going to mail that out today too. So I got a busy little day after the show and during the show. So after hearing what you went through, Cotter, last night with the sleep deprivation, the picking up of the kids, the dog puke, I'm going to have to ask you to drink another cup of coffee right around 8:30. That's when I've noticed that Cotter gets a little down, minus the energy. So let's go ahead and just pencil in 8:30 coffee for you once again.
This is already my second cup, which I don't normally do.
Right.
So we'll see. I should be okay, I think.
During the hurricane, we use the side burner for coffee and other cooking when power is off. Cross your fingers. We don't have to put up with any of that nonsense this year.
Hoping, man. I'm hoping.
We're currently in hurricane season.
Started June 1st.
June 1st, right?
It goes through like October.
Yeah.
So
hopefully that's the case.
Yeah. I don't need to ever do that again.
So over the weekend, we didn't have a lot going on, which is kind of nice. So my wife actually wrote down like everything we have coming up, like every weekend, hey, we're doing this. Hey, we're doing this. We have a concert here. We have an event here. I'm busy throughout the rest of the year.
Summer's going to be done before you know it.
It is crazy.
All right, guys, be right back.
The Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 1061.
Final story for About Last Night. It is a twofer involving Tiger King. One in real life and one quick update about one of the TV shows we're getting. Let's go in real life first. Jeff Lowe, now the owner of Joe Exotic's one-time Tiger King Zoo. He and his wife, Lauren, had a little fun on Saturday. Both got busted for DUIs. Cops in Oklahoma City saw a white Range Rover pull out of a parking lot at a high rate of speed. Looked like the Range Rover saw the cop. They stopped. Lauren leaned out of the driver's side window, yelled for help, then switched places with her husband, Jeff. Jeff pulled out. He pulled into another little parking area, and that's when the cops started to pursue him. I guess he made an illegal lane change before he got pulled over. Both of them completely loaded.
So why did she lean out the window and scream for help?
I don't know.
Getting that deer in the headlights look when you pull out and you realize the cop's there. But why slam on the brakes to make it more obvious that you're drinking and driving? And then, I mean, was Jeff threatening her? Was she just using that as a scam because she thought Jeff wasn't drunk so they could do a little switcheroo to throw him off? I mean, all of this is kind of crazy. I no matter what, they both got booked for DUI because the cop has them both on camera driving a vehicle, and they were both housed.
Jeff failed a field sobriety test pretty horribly. He had Lauren slurring her words and everything else. So both got arrested at 4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And their mugshots still everything you would expect from Jeff Lowe and his wife.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, too. It's I'm 38, man. I know my bedtime. I should be in my house by midnight.
Yes.
There's the whole turning yourself into it. Nothing good happens after midnight, 99% of the time, at least at my age. And they're probably at least 6, 7, 8, possibly a decade older than me. They should know better.
I'm trying to think the last time I was outside of my house past midnight drinking. I can't tell you the last time I was out past midnight drinking somewhere.
Well, I mean, good for Jeff Lowe and his wife, though. Still creating content for this new show we're about to talk about because they're going to maybe want to go a couple seasons with all the craziness that's going on.
So you've got a couple dueling Tiger King scripted shows coming out. One of those is on Peacock, and it was just announced Dennis Quaid has joined the cast of the series. He's going to play Rick Kirkman. He's the reality show producer whose footage was used in the Netflix documentary. He's going to join John Cameron Mitchell. He's from Hedwig and the Angry Inch. He's going to play Joe Exotic. And then Kate McKinnon from SNL is set to play Carol Baskin. No premiere date is set for this. I don't know, man. I think I could be down for a season 2 of Tiger King, the documentary series.
Right.
I think I'm over the idea of the scripted series.
I don't know. There was a couple announced at the same time. One included Nick Cage.
Yes.
And wasn't he going to be
yes,
Joe Exotic?
I think.
I'm not for sure. I doubt we'll only probably get more, one. We'll get one of these, right? And it sounds like the Peacock one is the one that's happening.
I think so. And like I said, I just don't know if I'm going to watch. Okay. I will watch it.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it.
I don't know if I'm going to like myself watching it, but I will probably at least sit through episode 1 just to see what it's like.
Well, I'm a member of the Cock, so I'm ready to watch this. Let's go.
All right, coming up next over the weekend, Marshall checked out the latest Conjuring movie. So we got a 5-word review of that up next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. Rock 1.
Jeff Lowe is 54. Jesus. Okay, yeah. He's 16 years on me, man.
He knows better. Well, does he? Maybe not. He's still wearing bedazzled jeans and Affliction shirts. He may not know better.
He's had a rough go these last 2 weeks because they raided the Tiger King farm, the zoo, whatever it's called, the Greenwood Zoo, and they took all of his animals. So he may have been just drinking because he's just had a really bad few weeks. And, of course, this is not going to help him.
No, not at all.
Morning, Charles. Now you're going to bring out my shitty weekend vibe and bring bad mojo to the horse. The rainbows, unicorns. There you go, man.
Rainbows and unicorns. Justin, what's going on? My weekend was okay. I mean, it didn't really, once again, do a whole lot. The rain and all that kind of, was messing everything up. We dropped off the 4 kittens at PetSmart and Pooler. That's where they're going to stay while my wife and kid are in Illinois.
Gotcha.
So those are out of the house. Hopefully being at PetSmart in front of people, they'll be adopted soon because they're cute little kittens. I need a lazy river at home. That would be awesome.
Sorry, just wrapping up sharing here.
All good.
Yeah, I didn't have too much pool time this weekend, man. It kind of sucked. Yeah. Friday worked for a while, and then after work, and then by the time I got to the pool, I think I got like 90 minutes of sun, and then all clouds, and then it rained.
Yeah.
And then Saturday morning, I got up. I had a live remote over at Chatham Parkway Toyota with our sister station, Bob 106.9. Got home, went and saw A Quiet Place Part 2. And then that was later in the afternoon. Got home around 4:30, and then I just stayed there. And I drank Mai Tais all night and got text messages from Vic and watched the Brooklyn Nets game, and then I went to bed. It was the least, probably fun night that a lot of you would want on a Saturday. But that's exactly what I did. Just kind of hung out. And then yesterday, watched The Conjuring. Did the beginning of the work week ritual stuff, and then just kind of hung out for the rest of the day. Played some video games, watched some movies, chilled out. It was very chill weekend.
I think I fell asleep on the couch by 8:30 Saturday night.
Morning, David.
Woke up at 1 and went to bed. So there was that.
Well, you went day drinking, man.
I did.
What time did you get done day drinking?
We were probably back at the house. Well, no, because we had to pick up our kid at, what time do we have to pick up? No, we had to drop off a kid at 4. So we were back by 4.
There you go. Morning, guys. Yep.
So, yeah, so that was about it. I changed the windshield wipers on my new car. You'd think that would be something the dealership would do, right? Like, I had no windshield wiper fluid, and both of my windshield wipers were like peeling. I mean, bad.
Wow.
So you'd think that would be something when the car gets brought in. It's like, let's replace those. Let's at least put some windshield wiper fluid in the car. I mean, it was bone dry. There was nothing in there.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I did that.
Tony goes, at the gym, had to move to another elliptical because the guy in front of me is sweating so hard it is hitting me as I run. What the fuck? Oh, my God.
I would ask if that was Jake, but he's not going to a gym.
Oh, my gosh. No. Last time I saw Jake sweat, he was eating Chipotle. To be honest, it looked very spicy. I think they hit him with some jalapenos he wasn't expecting.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. That's gross, Tony. Do you want us to talk about it further? How far away did you walk away from? Actually, I'm going to step out for one quick second. I'm just going to go grab a water.
Okay. All right. Once again, don't forget, call, comment, and text segment today. What weird or annoying thing does your significant other do? But of course, you still love them. Oh, wrong camera. This is like right up my wife's alley. I do so much crap that she has put up with for the past 2 decades, yet she still is with me. It's still a shock to me. That's why I keep saying, once the kids are out of the house, we'll find out if she actually likes me. That'll be the challenge. I think so. I think we're okay. Fingers crossed. All right, so my wife and kid got a 15-hour drive to Illinois today. I have not heard from them, so I'm guessing they've not left yet. They'll be in Illinois for about a week, then head to Arkansas for freshman orientation, and then head home. Lots of driving. Hopefully the new car makes it. That's kind of the whole point of us getting one as soon as we did. All right, 3.5 minutes. We've got Typhoons from Royal Blood. After that, Marshall's 5-word review of the latest Conjuring movie. The over-under on how much I see my oldest kid over the next 3 days, because he doesn't work until Thursday. So I've got stuff pretty much all this week at night. So I'll go home for a little bit nap and then have to head out. I'm guessing I may see Keith, I'll say 3 times between now and Thursday.
Well, he's making his own money, so obviously he doesn't need to borrow any of yours. So yeah, you probably won't see the kid for a while.
Can't go anywhere to spend money anyway. I'll have to spend it online. Can't drive.
You have everything ordered to the house now, man.
That is true.
Speaking of, I bought some solar LED floodlights that I'm gonna put in my new butterfly garden.
Nice.
In case you don't know how much of a loser I am. Bought those over the weekend, just in case a butterfly shows up at night, I can get my eyeballs on them. As you know, I'm a big
scare the crap out of them.
I'm a big butterfly guy now. No big deal. Our buddy Charles came over last week from EBI, whose hat is on top of Cotter's head behind Cotter. So yeah, EBI is putting in my little butterfly fence here in the next few weeks. And I just realized, I am exactly 1 month away. 1 month, guys. I'm going on vacation.
Oh, nice.
Pretty excited.
Oh, yeah, that means I'm a lot closer then.
Yeah, you're 2 weeks prior, I think.
2, yeah, shoot, 2 weeks out, man. 2 weeks out.
Mm-hmm.
22nd, 23rd, 24th. And then 25th, just sitting on my ass doing nothing at home.
Yeah, it is gross humid outside. When I came outside to jump in my car to come here today, it was disgusting, Wanda. Yeah, but I'm excited to go into Tennessee for a week. My buddy just hit me up over the weekend. He's like, dude, is it July yet? I'm like, almost, buddy. Almost. I'm ready. So yesterday I was sitting out. I was in my office doing some show stuff, probably around 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear a scream come from my backyard. And my wife is an exaggerated talker, so I just thought she was talking to her grandma on the phone. She was just walking around outside. And then it was an immediate scream again. There was 2 screams in my backyard. So I get up, I stroll to the back door, and I open the back door, and she's like, close the door. There was a gardener snake on my patio, and my dog Jax was sniffing it.
Oh, okay.
So I had to go gather the dogs and remove the snake, which was very successful with a rake.
Good job.
I flung him to the front yard. So just so you guys know, I saved my family's life.
So proud. All right, guys, be right back.
Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
We are less than a month out from the 20th anniversary concert for Rock 106.1, teamed up with Connect Savannah, going down at Trustees Gardens Saturday, July 3rd, Puddle of Mud. You got Filter, Sponge, and, of course, 2 great local bands, Lilac and Whaleboats. Unfortunately, those $25 tickets, gone.
What? What happened?
Gone.
Oh, people bought them.
People bought them.
Yeah, all right. So this is good. So go buy your tickets now. Get yourself prepared for 4th of July weekend, our big show, Saturday, July 3rd, over at Trustees Gardens.
Get your tickets at rock1061.com or etix.com. Now, over the weekend, the latest Conjuring movie came out. This is the 3rd one?
Yeah, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It.
So you could watch it on the big screen. It was number 1 at the box office over the weekend. Also on HBO Max. That's where you watched it.
Yeah.
And we got a 5-word review.
Yeah, I sat down over the weekend, actually just yesterday, and watched The Conjuring 3. So here's my 5-word review. Way better than number 2. I was not a fan of the second film.
Okay.
So the first 2 films, they primarily are done within the same location, the same 4 walls, someone's bedroom, exorcism. It's kind of what happened with the first 2 films. This time, they got out of the house, and it was actually really nice to see that this third movie gets some air. I mean, they traveled to multiple locations. They were in a courtroom for a second. They were jumping to a house, doing another exorcism. They were doing like these underground tunnels. I won't ruin the story for you, but it was actually really nice to see the film actually get some different scenery when it came to this film. The film itself, really good. Well worth your time. If you have HBO Max, 100%, pay the, $15 a month?
Something like that.
Yeah, just jump on. If there's a free trial, grab it, watch the movie. I love the Conjuring movie series. Now, there's 3 Annabelle movies. There's the Nurse movie. And apparently, there's 2 more spin-off films they're creating as well. And although this third film didn't directly lead to another installment could be done in the series. Now, the series itself, doing pretty well. It made $60 million worldwide. The Conjuring 3 did over the weekend, $24 million here in the U.S. I will say, as my movie-going experience, I did go to the movies this weekend just not to see The Conjuring. I went and saw A Quiet Place Part 2 on Saturday. People are going back to the movies.
Okay.
Now, it was still slow for a Saturday. I went around 2 o'clock, and it was still a little slow, but it was nice to see people going back to the movie theaters. I went to the Georgia Theater Company, the non-IMAX one in Pooler, and they still have spacing in between, seating pods or whatever you want to call them. So it's still, guys, go out, see the movies. July is going to be a huge month because we get Black Widow as well, but go back to The Conjuring 3. Well worth your time. Go check it out, or at least watch it at your house on HBO Max.
All right, coming up after 7 o'clock, going to take your calls, comments, and text. 800-394-1061. What weird or annoying thing does your significant other do, but you still love them all the same? Want your stories now. Call, comment, and text. 800-394-1061.
Rock 106.
Morning, Rhett. What's going on? Oh, that's so gross, Tony. All right, guys, go ahead and call, comment, and text. Hit us up with what silly thing your significant other does that really annoys you, and we will share them here in just a few moments. Tony, I'm sure you've got a couple. Rhett, I'm guessing you got a couple. Wanda, I know you have some. Go ahead and share them in the chat, and we'll share them with you guys here in just a little bit. Coming up on the show in a little while, we'll also have the big guy, Frank Sulkowski, calling in to talk about the Julio Jones trade. Did you get mine in the post comments? I'm sure we did. Cotter's got those. Yeah, Cotter's got those set up. I'm driving. I'll get you something in a few minutes. Appreciate that, Wanda. Yeah, guys, once again, go ahead and drop in your comments. Our call-in today, we're asking you guys, what's the little thing that your partner does that annoys you, but you still love them for it? I asked my wife this. She gave me 3 almost immediately.
She's like, finally, I've been holding on to these forever.
No, she hasn't. She's told me these before. She's just reminding me.
Fair enough.
Of the annoying things I do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, last night I didn't watch any of that Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul fight. I did see that Logan Paul actually got a bunch and got Pokemon and Charizard trending on Twitter last night because he had a gold-plated Charizard card. So it was a Charizard Pokemon card. Apparently, is one of the most rarest Pokemon cards. It's worth up to like $100,000. He bought one and had it like gold-plated, like put a gold-plated frame around it, and was actually wearing it, wore it out to the ring. So I was, just before I went to sleep, I was hoping to see I'm hoping to see the fight already happen. It didn't happen. It was like 10:30, closer to 11 o'clock, where I actually got to bed last night. And I was like, why is Pokemon trending at 10 o'clock on a Sunday? That was because of that.
Yeah, the whole thing was weird.
Thanks for sharing that, Thomas. I'm going to make sure to add that.
So my wife is my wife has driven my car all of 15 minutes. So now they're trying to figure out, because it's got an on-screen navigation. It's not, I mean, it's fine. It's a little bit different than like the phone, using your phone and just like the navigation system through the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So she was just going to use her phone, and she doesn't, I don't know. It could be an interesting first couple hours of this trip as they try to figure out what my car does. We'll see. I hope it goes well.
I'm sure she's an adult. She'll figure it out.
I don't know. She doesn't use the key fob for her car because, I don't know, technology? Maybe not.
You mean she like sticks the key in the door?
Yeah.
But she has a key
Oh,
fob.
she has 2 of them.
And they work.
They both work. She doesn't use it.
All right.
I've stopped wondering.
Dave asked, what's your new car?
I got a 2014 Ford Escape. So
Ooh, I almost got caught up in a trap this weekend, man. Speaking of new cars.
Oh.
So I'm at Chatham Parkway Toyota.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm doing a live broadcast for Bob 106.9. Just out there, pumping the deals and everything. And I walked by this car. I actually looked it up online. There is a Toyota Tacoma. It's like the sports edition. It's got some bigger rims and bigger tires on it than the other one, and it's super cool. And I'm like, and it's like 48 or something. So it's not like super high price for a car. And it's used. It's a 2020, but it has like I think something to the effect of like 30,000 miles on it. And I walked up to it, and immediately someone goes, looking to buy a new car. And I'm like, no, don't do that, man. I'm not ready. I'm at the earliest, like end of next year. But I'm not ready to buy a new car.
But are you?
I mean, I would love a new car. I drive a crappy Hyundai Elantra. I bought it for $8,000 because I wanted something stupid cheap that could be good on road trips. And it's done me well.
Yeah.
It has not done me wrong. I love, Hyundais in general. I've driven them for more than a decade. Treated me well. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't love the car. I'm definitely, I'm more of I want to get back into like a more of an SUV kind of truck type thing.
Yep. I get that. Yeah. After getting the Equinox, even with all the crap, piece of crap it was, unless reasons that I can't see, I won't go back to just a car. I like the SUV or a truck or something like that. I just like those a lot better.
Yeah. Morning, Jeremy. What's up, man? Ooh, Dave says, shit, my son-in-law got one of those souped-up Toyota, all the bells, whistles, probably 75. Ooh, good Lord. Oh, a 4Runner, yeah. People love 4Runners. Jesus Christ. All right, guys, once again, asking you guys to drop in your stories about the little things that your significant other annoys you with, but you still love them just the same. Just go ahead and drop those in, and we'll share them here in just a few moments. Charles, thank you so much for yours. We'll be sharing that here on the air in just a little bit. How much time we got?
We got 10 minutes.
Oh, we're still a good amount of time away. Once again, this could be with a current, a current spouse or former one. So I expect those former ones to be really good. So go ahead and drop them into the chat, guys. Got a couple already. Thank you so much. Got some on the Facebook feed. Got some of my own, but we need some of yours, some more to get this going. So go ahead and drop them in if you don't mind. That's okay, Elaine. Let it take all day, man. Morning, A-Dub. What's up, man? Good morning. Morning, Sean. How you doing, man?
Morning, everybody.
Yeah, I think everyone did have a good weekend. Like, I think we were talking about a Friday, man. There just wasn't a whole lot going on this weekend. So it was cool that everyone mostly just kind of chilled out, hung around. Didn't get into too much trouble, unlike Jeff Lowe from Tiger King. Yeah, guys, go ahead. Once again, our call-in this morning. And A-Dub, you probably got some, man. What's something that annoys you that your significant other does, but you still love them just the same? Go ahead and drop in your comments right now. We'll share them on the air here in just a little bit. Rhett, thank you. Sean, thank you. No, I found that out the other day.
Yeah.
Also, our friends at Filthy Nasty messaged me over the weekend. There are 4 more shows now coming.
Oh, my Lord. That's awesome.
All right, guys. So Cotter and I were just talking. So you know how we talked about, like, oh, we got some show announcements coming up? Dude, we got some show announcements coming up. Possibly, I would say at least 2 this week. And we probably got, we have at least 5 overall. So we have a bunch of kind of smaller shows coming to our area that are pretty cool. Rhett, oh my God, that happens to me all the time. So Rhett just dropped a comment. We'll share it on the air again, but I'm gonna bring this one up now. The wife constantly begins talking to me, but then turns her back to me while still talking, and I can't hear her. Then I have to ask, "Huh? I can't hear you." Then, and she gets pissed at me for not hearing her.
My wife will start to tell a story, and then mid-sentence, stop.
Is it to test you to see if you're still listening?
And I'm like, yes? Yes? And then she'll continue. It's like she was pausing to think. I don't know.
It's the test pause for you. She was testing you to see if you were listening.
I don't think that's the case. I really don't. Because now I don't ask as much.
Maybe she's a robot and her programming just got stuck there, man.
So I used to, pursue it a little bit more. It's like, yeah, okay, continue, story, keep going. Now I ask once, and if she doesn't continue, I'm out.
Red goes, dramatic pause.
Maybe that's it.
Sometimes I like to do it. It's called a pregnant pause. I love to do that sometimes. But I love to do it in situations where people aren't expecting it. Wanda, just start at the beginning. Start at the beginning. I'm like your therapist. Start at the beginning, honey. Tell me everything from the beginning. Once again, guys, thanks for sharing your stories. Speaking of, we have one more song, and then we'll jump on the air with this topic. Cotter, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll have whatever Wanda's going to drop in. So I'll have a few.
Yeah, I just got 2 kind of quick ones from Facebook.
All right, so do you want to kick off with... Oh, I don't have a piece of paper like I usually do. Do you want to kick off with you?
Yeah.
You, stream, and then Facebook, and then we'll jump out?
Sure.
Where's mine? It's right at the top. You want to check make sure you're logged into the text line?
Yeah, so far there was nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get something once we get going here.
Yep. All right, we got about 4 minutes.
Elaine, I love that one. I hate when I tell him something and he said he doesn't remember. Recently, I've been doing the same thing to him, so you can see how frustrating it is. Is that wrong? Yes. You're not teaching. As a guy in general, I don't remember anything. That's why Cotter will attest to this. I have a calendar for damn near everything here at the radio station. I like to have that, or just an email reminder. Those help as well, because I'll do one of those things where I'll make sure I keep it unread until I'm ready to address it, and then I can finally address it that way.
Tony, just basically the same thing. I find it annoying when my husband pauses way too long between sentences. Yep.
My wife will say or and then that's it. It's like hello, and then she looks at me like I am an asshole. Say what?
Is it extra warm in here today, or is it just me?
I think it's just you.
Okay.
I feel fine.
Just warm.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife will do that too, where it's just like, and I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, what are you doing? All right, so I have 6, 7 here on the stream. So obviously we can start with you.
Yep.
I'll do a couple stream. Go back, hit up your Facebook, and then next break we'll kick off with me, and then hopefully we'll get a call or a text to break it up, and then we can go you, and then we can go back to stream. We'll see how that goes.
Sounds good. Which one are you going to end your stream one on this break so I know when to come back?
I'm gonna finish with Charles with the Dutch oven. When you hear Dutch oven, hit the break. Tony, thank you for that one too. I knew you were gonna have some good ones. All right, guys, we're about a minute away from jumping back on the air. Wanda, thank you for dropping that in. Add it to the list here. Not Wanda's list. That's her first one. To the total list.
All right, we got about a minute.
All right, guys. Once again, thanks for sharing your stream comments in regards to our question for today. What's the little thing that annoys you from your significant other that you still love them for, but it drives you crazy? Wanda, there's more, but this should suffice. Hey, we'll determine that. We'll let you know if we need more. Ooh-wee.
All right, be right back.
Show. Rock 1061.
Good morning. Thank you for hanging out here on your Monday. Be sure to get that stream. Watch the show every day. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. Now, this morning we're taking your calls, comments, and text. 800-394-1061. What weird or annoying thing does your significant other do, but you still love them all the same? Now, you asked your wife, maybe some things she feels about you.
Yeah.
I didn't ask mine, but I'm pretty sure there is a laundry list of them.
Oh, of course.
One being, I'm probably one of the most forgetful people I know.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife can tell me things, and then like 2 days later, we have a conversation, and I'm like, this is the first I'm hearing of this. Like, no, it's not. We talked about this in great detail just 2 days ago.
Maybe that's actually her plan the entire time. She actually didn't. And then she uses that to make you feel bad for, not trying to get certain things done.
I just have to assume she told me and I forgot.
All right.
It's the best way to go. Just assume it's all me forgetting.
You should just have cameras in your house at all time recording everything so you can prove that you're right.
Another thing I'm guessing on her list, I've always got something going on, whether it's trivia, whether it's wrestling. I did improv and theater for many years, so there's always something, and she always put up with that. So, I mean, that was something that's got to frustrate her greatly. And then just, radio in general, it's a weird career. It's really no set hours. You're constantly working in some form or fashion, and she is thankfully put up with that for over 2 decades now. And I kind of joke about it with my kids out of town in August because of school that we'll find out if she really likes me. So we'll put all of this to test. Now, there's one thing my wife does. So it's like we'll have a conversation and she'll get through, I don't know, a couple sentences maybe, and then she just stops.
Right. It's called the pregnant pause.
And I'm sitting there just waiting. What's coming next? and I used to be like, oh, yeah, okay, what? Keep going? What? And finally she'll finish the story. I got to the point now I ask once. And if she doesn't continue the story, I just don't know what she ever is going to talk about.
Is she in the same room with you while this is happening?
Usually,
different room?
I'll be sitting in the living room. She'll be in the kitchen, but we got like that window between the two rooms in the house. So she'll be standing there like in the kitchen. We're talking back and forth, and she'll just stop. And then I'm to the point now, ask once. Figure it's the polite thing to do. And if she doesn't respond or continue the story, obviously it wasn't worth telling in the first place.
Yeah, that's the cutoff.
Yes.
Is just the
once.
one time. Excuse me. I think that's fair. Now, on the stream, we had some people chime in with, once again, our question of the day. What's the one thing your significant other does that annoys the crap out of you, but you still love them just the same? I love this one from our buddy Sean. He goes, my wife has to lotion her feet every time she gets back into bed. It drives me crazy, but I love her. That's kind of a weird ritual. What if she had to get up and just go use the restroom?
Does she have to lotion every time?
It says, he goes, my wife has, all caps, HAS, to lotion her feet every time she gets back into bed.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
I mean, tolerable. I mean, it's not.
She must have the softest feet ever.
I hope so.
We got another one here from Thomas. He goes, my wife can also fall asleep anywhere in the blink of an eye, which makes me envious. This is a talent that you actually have.
It's my only God-given gift.
Yeah, you fall asleep anywhere. That is, that's annoying, especially for your partner who has troubles getting to bed. Definitely not as easily as you. And then one more from Charles here on the stream. Miss Taylor cannot order off the menu. Something has to be changed every order. That is very annoying, Charles. My wife has to read everything on the menu. She has to read it front to back before she decides, probably on the first thing she read.
Right.
Yeah, my wife does that. I feel you there, Charles. She says that hers is that I Dutch oven her all night, every night. Wow. Okay, then yeah, she definitely deserves to do the whole menu ordering thing in front of you and cause a stink in front of you. No pun intended. In regards to the whole Dutch oven thing. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, you're lucky you still have a wife, man. I'm just going to throw that out there. All right, more of yours. Call, comment, and text now. 800-394-1061. What weird or annoying thing does your significant other do, but you still love them all the same? We got more of your stories coming up. Latest from Rise Against. This is Nowhere Generation. Rock 1061.
Thanks for that, Elaine. All right, guys. Once again, we're asking you guys, what's the little thing that annoys you from your significant other, but you love them just the same? Cotter just has a new one. Cotter's is his wife messages him how to use his car while she's driving his car.
Yeah. No, my daughter is doing the messaging, so that's at least a good thing. 15-hour trip to Illinois. I do not envy them at all.
Are they just hitting the road? Is that what the deal is?
Yeah, they just left. So they'll get there sometime tonight. They're there until next Monday, Tuesday. Then they go to Arkansas, have freshman orientation next Wednesday, and then they're home next Thursday.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, short trip.
It's a 2-week trip. That's not a short trip. That's a long trip.
Well, usually a trip to Illinois is a month long.
Gotcha.
So short for them. I've only got one more from. No, I guess I didn't. I saved both of them. I've got 2 from Facebook.
Okay. Well, I'll start off. Go Facebook, and then I'll do a couple stream here.
Okay. Are you gonna get to yours here?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So depending on how this goes, we may only just do 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
Recco is going to be a Razorback, question mark?
That is correct. That is correct. They have a fantastic, every 50 minutes. That is also correct. They got a really good architecture program. So that's where she's going. It's funny because it's like both my kids are so different, and I wanted different things out of each of them for college. The oldest, I wanted him to take things more seriously, and the youngest, I need the opposite and not take things so seriously. So we'll see if they can both accomplish those goals. All right, we got about a minute left.
Sorry, I'm just reading over these comments I've gathered from our stream.
I know that was the downside, was the out of state, but the price because of any sort of benefit she's receiving, smart kid through honors, so it's actually not too bad. It's not as horrible as we thought it was going to be, and I think it's going to be less stressful than Georgia Tech, which was the other option, and she needs less stress from school. All right, be right back.
Cotter and Marshall. Rock 1061.
Good morning. We are taking your calls, comments, and texts today. 800-394-1061. What weird or annoying thing does your significant other do, but you still love them all the same? Robert chimed in on Facebook. When the wife feeds the baby, she opens her mouth as if she's the one that's eating, and she has no idea that she does it.
That's so weird.
I'm trying to picture. It's like you got the spoon coming over, and then she's just like, kind of bizarre, but okay. I get it.
It's definitely a strange one. All right. So yesterday, while I was doing show prep, I just asked my wife this. I'm like, hey, what are annoying things I do around the house or in everyday life that annoys you that I do? We're pretty open with one another, so this one's easy. She immediately goes, you snore. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I can't help that.
Yeah.
That's something I guess I could eat healthier and sleep in a different position. But, I mean, technically, I can't help that.
Yeah.
Snoring. I also drool a little bit.
While sleeping? Or just in general?
Yeah, well, I just don't drool while I'm standing here conscious.
She looks over, just dries your chin every day.
No, but I'm a terrible sleeper, okay? Look, I get it. And then at that exact moment, I'm sitting in the office when I ask her this question, and I'm literally typing out stuff. I'm typing the word. I'm writing snore. I'm writing drool on my pillow. And then she goes, you open drink bottles, you don't finish them, then you go get a new drink bottle. And then at that very moment, I look down and I have a half drink, sparkling water, a half drink water, and then a bottle of water over to my left. I'm like, these are your bottles. Which she almost jumped over the table and slapped me for. But yeah, I am pretty bad at that, where I will open a bottle, like a sparkling ice, flavored drink bottle. Right. I'll drink like half it, and I'm like, I want a water because that was too sugary. So then I have bottles littered all throughout my house. Yes, that is my bad. Now, there's something my wife does, although she's perfect. She does do this quite a lot. And I mentioned one earlier where she has to read the entire menu at a restaurant. It's like the waiter or waitress has to come back like 3 times because she's still reading like it's a book. I always seem to be cleaning up after my wife, not when it comes to bottles, obviously.
Right.
But dishes, she is the worst at cleaning dishes and then getting them in the dishwasher. It's like she doesn't understand that those things correlate with one another. Dishes go in the dishwasher. Yeah. Dishes come out of the dishwasher. I handle the dishwashing in my house. And she's probably if she's listening right now, she's probably throwing her phone against the wall. But it's just flat out the truth. She doesn't understand the concepts of clean dishes and dirty dishes. That's for sure.
All right, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What weird or annoying thing does your significant other do, but you still love them all the same? Thomas also hit us up on Facebook. My wife is the biggest procrastinator I know, and it drives me insane. I enjoy being early for everything. Her, not so much.
Yeah, well, what is it with, I mean, I understand it's cool not to show up to the party early, but like when it comes to like doctor's appointments, dentist appointments in general that are like health related, why is it okay for some people just to show up late and they're like, yeah, this is when I showed up? Like, it's not good for anyone. Trust me, I hear it a lot. My wife is a dental hygienist. Rhett here on the stream says, the wife constantly begins talking to me, but then turns her back to me while she's talking, and then I can't hear her. And then I have to ask, I can't hear you. And then she gets mad at me for not hearing her. What is going on?
My wife does that, but it's I have issues I just can't hear. So I won't blame her 100%. It's just my ears suck.
Wanda says, my husband will get on a kick of clearing his throat over and over. He wants to talk when he knows I'm not listening, and he leaves his dishes on the stove or sink after the kitchen is cleaned.
Yeah, that's never good.
Yeah, sounds like, that's the same thing my wife does. And then Elaine says, you'll ask my husband to fix something. Months later, he'll get mad at me when I fix it myself. What, guys? Why do you do this to us?
Because it was on the list.
Yeah.
It just hadn't got to that point of the list yet.
And although you were able to fix it just fine, it's not the way I would have fixed it. It's way different, and I hate it, and you shouldn't have touched it.
All right, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. More of your stories coming up. What weird or annoying thing does your significant other do, but you still love them all the same? We got more coming up. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Going back to that fixing thing, the thing I do, and my wife has done it a couple times, where she'll ask me to fix something, and I won't get to it, and then she'll fix it, and then she'll break it more. And then I just sit there, and I'm like, well, we'll just go buy a new one. Anything on the text line there?
Yeah, it's nothing real drastic. This is like shooting fish in a barrel. When he asks why I'm watching porn on my phone, because that's your phone, dumbass. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
So that was about it. I was a little confused with that one.
All right, I only have 2 left here. I don't know what you want to do. If you just want to ditch and go to something else, that would probably be my votes, being that we only have the 2. I don't think we have enough to support. Ooh, the bots have showed up. What up, bots? How you doing? I do want to become famous. Buy followers, primes, and viewers. I don't know. That doesn't sound exactly good. Sounds fake. Another chance to become famous, boys. Sean, how many meats did you cook on your birthday weekend? Your after birthday weekend. Helen goes, I'm about to fix the seat motor in my car. I just ordered the part. He will be mad at me. So if so, I do it before he does. Yeah. Tim goes, not my significant other, but my roommate likes to continue talking to me as he walks away. Always at the same volume so I can hear him less and less as he walks away. That's just a natural thing I think people do, because I've just heard it 1,000 times from you guys. I don't know why that continuously happens. Yeah, no kidding, Wanda. They should participate. Speaking of participation, what's going on, pal?
Sorry, no, just text with the family. All right.
So what do you want to do here?
I say we can hit up the concert, dive into that a bit, a little bit more detail. I don't think there was anything drastic that we see if there's anything show preppy wise from the service that was there that we can dive into. Or
oh my gosh. So I was just asking Sean if he smoked any meats this weekend. He goes, went to a friend's house. We smoked brisket and pork belly, but did it the easy way because it was 103 degrees on Saturday.
what?
Holy Christ. I didn't think Minnesota got that hot.
Yeah, well, we can mention the concert. I'll get some. Oh shit, maybe. Rock 1061. Hello.
Hey guys, it's Tim.
Hey, what's up, Tim?
So I was having a snack with my son over the weekend, and I came up with this joke. I have to share it with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so why did the grape farmer leave his wife?
Because she whined too much?
That's a good one. It's a good one. But no, he had his raisins.
I get it. Yeah, all right. Well, Tim, thanks for calling in, pal. We appreciate it, man.
Okay.
Tim, that was Tim the engineer, guys. That was Tim the engineer. You may want to pop us off the main feed.
Yeah, thank you.
See, Sean just chimed in once again. He goes, I did find a new beer I liked at your neighbor's house. At a pretty decently priced liquor store. Mike, goddamn, Tim. Yeah. Tim actually told me a dad joke that I really, really liked the other day. I remember it. So I was hanging out with my brother, and I asked him, hey, man, can you pass me that pamphlet? And he said, bro, sure. And that is still the stupidest dad joke, but it gets me every single time.
That's pretty good.
Bro, sure, pamphlet. Right. I'll see myself out. He had his raisins. Good Lord.
It's the kind of quality entertainment you guys get on the stream.
All right, guys, we do have some concert announcements to talk about. Let's see. That is today, later today. Yeah, you know what? How about this one? So we'll talk about the show here.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the show here, and then I'll chime in at the end with news about a show announcement this morning at 10 a.m., which we'll put up on social media.
Cool.
And then a couple other shows that we possibly have coming up. I told the legend that joke, no reaction. So that's why you had to call us.
I needed validation.
Yeah, that's the joke was award winning. Was the joke award winning? I don't know. I'll say yeah. Why not? It's a great one. Changing subjects. Loki starts Wednesday. Yeah, I heard Loki's really good, dude. I saw some early reviews of the Loki, the Disney Plus show that's starting Wednesday. I guess they're going to do Wednesdays for some reason. Loki Wednesdays. Why not?
No, I'm excited about it. I still haven't finished Falcon and Winter Soldier because it's just like with it. But I'm excited about. We did actually go back and started WandaVision again because my oldest hadn't watched it yet, and we plowed through like 6 episodes in one day.
Is there only 6 episodes?
There's 9.
Oh,
so we got through most of it. It's so good. Still good. On the second watch, it's good.
Yeah.
All right, we got about 90 seconds, a little over 90 seconds.
I meant that was the content good enough. Yeah. The content was definitely good enough for this award-winning show. Tim's joke also was award-winning in that one person laugh. So that's all he needed. Ooh. It's weird that Minnesota's hotter than Georgia.
Yeah, it was
Strange,
this
man.
weekend. This weekend was just humid as hell.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be continued humid because they're calling for rain. Let's see, out of the 9 days it shows on my phone, 8 days have rain that's 40% or higher.
Ew.
Friday is the only day, and it's just going to be sunny with a high of 91. So, and it's 88% humidity out there right now. I mean, it'll drop during the day, but Jesus Christ. All right, guys, going on air here in about 30 seconds, going to talk about shows and then a couple concert announcements, which is actually exciting stuff. We have one that we're going to do at 10 a.m. today.
All right, guys, be right back. Good Monday morning. Be sure to get the stream and join the horde. Every morning we're streaming the show, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe. Like we said, it's basically a show within the show because when we're not on the air, we're still on the stream, constantly interacting, all kinds of craziness going on. So join the horde, get on that stream every morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. While you're there, like, follow, and subscribe. We are less than a month away from our 20th anniversary concert with Connect Savannah, going down Trustees Garden, downtown Savannah. It's going to be a lot of fun. July 3rd, we get Puddle of Mud, we got Filter, we got Sponge, we got two great local bands, Lilac and Whaleboat, and tickets for this show are on sale now.
So go grab them at rock1061.com or go to etix, etix.com. To grab your tickets today. Speaking of shows and tickets available, we do have a concert announcement coming up at 10 a.m. this morning. The moment we get off the air, we are going to be having a very cool concert announcement that is going to be coming up for a regional city very close to us to see a pretty awesome band this fall. Also, I got an email over the weekend from our friends at Filthy Nasty Productions. They do a bunch of shows over there at Victory North. They hit me up with not one, not two, but 5 different shows they plan on bringing to Victory North, and we'll be making hopefully some of those announcements this week as well. So we have tons of shows, maybe on the smaller scale. We have tons of shows coming our way, Cotter.
I'll take each and every one of them, including our big anniversary show. Once again, get your tickets, etix.com, also rock1061.com. Falling in Reverse. This is Popular Monster, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Yes, over the weekend, I got the confirmation of our staff shirts for our show, which is very cool.
I like that.
Our dudes ordering them today. Got those all lined up. Getting an extra ice machine. So we got that set up as well. I'm just waiting to hear back from those guys, getting our stage like scrims, banners done. A bunch of other stuff as well. So got tons of stuff coming up for the 20th anniversary show that I'm personally still working on. That's what I'll be doing after the show today. But, of course, right at 10 o'clock, I'll be putting up a bunch of information on a show. I'll go ahead and tell you where it's at. It's in North Augusta. So it's not in Savannah. It's in the Augusta area. Fairly close. Like, what, 2-hour drive from here-ish?
You know what? I don't know. Well, let's look.
Yeah. I think Augusta's somewhere around 2.5 hours, I think.
2.5.
Yeah.
2 hours, 26 minutes.
Yeah, so there's a big show going down in Augusta here in the next few months. Here at 10 o'clock today. I can't officially tell you till then. They have it embargoed, but I can tell you at 10 o'clock today. So make sure to check out the Rock 1061 social media after 10 o'clock today. And a really cool show's coming. We're going to have tickets to hook you up with as well for that show. So keep listening for your chance there. I think we'll probably give some away this week during trivia.
Good. All right, we have just under 2 minutes coming back. Going to talk Big Money Monday. Chance to win a $50 gift card here in just moments. Also have some inventions from the past 25 years. This is a list put together according to a new survey. So we've got the top 10 inventions of the past 25 years. Some of them I agree with. Some of them, don't care.
You just want to go 10-1 here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm running to the post office later on this morning. I've got some packages I'm sending out. There's a care package we're sending to a listener who just beat cancer, which is incredible. His mom reached out to us, so I'm mailing off a care package to a listener up in Buford of ours. Also, our hot sauce. I'm mailing a couple bottles to my family because I thought it'd be pretty cool if they try it out. So
Yeah.
I'm not emailing, but I'm mailing out a couple bottles of that. So the bottles are very small. They're 2-ounce bottles. And I didn't have boxes for, that small a thing.
Yeah.
So I made my own.
Okay.
So what I did was I took a smaller box and I essentially just cut it in half. And then I just remade it into a box and stapled it.
Okay.
And then I just taped the edge that I stapled so it stays together. The boxes are nowhere box shaped. They're more like octagonish.
Sure.
Weird angles. So I don't know if the post office allows that or not.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
We'll get the job done.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, be right back, guys. Don't forget, we are moments away from Big Money Monday. Your chance to win a $50 Visa gift card. If you want to participate, very simple. Text us your first name and a number 1 through 9. One number, 1 through 9. Don't get crazy and fancy.
Yeah, you can't choose all the numbers.
And you can text it in 800-394-1061. And then we'll pick one person to win.
Yeah,
or
and
to play.
We're going to be rolling for that just after the commercial break here, too. So it's coming up within the next 10 minutes. So go ahead and text us once again, your first name and then a number between 1 and 9.
So technology has, gone crazy over the past several decades, how quickly things get invented, improved upon, and, where we are now in life when it comes to technology. And there have been a lot of great inventions over the past 25 years. And according to a recent survey, these are the top 10 inventions over the past 2.5 decades.
Most important inventions, according to the survey.
Now, I agree with some of them. Others I disagree with.
Okay.
Number 10, tablet devices.
Tablet devices have saved most marriages because of kids. So I see tablets everywhere, from the car to the restaurants. They keep your kids quiet and subdued so they're not absolute maniacs. I kind of actually enjoy the idea of a tablet because it's probably saved my restaurant going experience many times.
I do agree with that. As a parent of kids pre-tablets, I like the idea of the less screen time for kids. And it's not a judgy thing. I mean, you raise your kids how you want to raise your kids. That's fine. But I like the idea of the less screen time. I don't know. I mean, sure. Is it a top 10 important invention, though? Maybe, maybe not. It's cool. I got the iPad. I like it. But is it top 10? I don't know. I don't know if I feel it's top 10 worthy.
I mean, I think just because it's crossed so many people, it seems like everyone has a tablet. I get why it's on the top 10 list.
Number 9 shouldn't be in the top 10. Contactless payment. So this is just literally hovering your credit card over the payment instead of having to scan it or put in the chip.
Yeah, or your phone. No, I've never actually used contactless payment. Maybe that's just the old man in me, the 38-year-old old man in me that I'm just like, I don't trust it.
I mean, is it that hard to scan your card? Is it that hard to insert it into the slot so it can read the chip? I don't know.
Dude, I've been inserting and pulling out for years, Cotter. You know what? You know what? We talked about things that we're elite at before. We had a conversation a while ago. I'm elite at inserting and pulling out my credit card.
Hasn't failed you yet, man. Go with what you know.
No, I've never been denied.
Number 8 on the list, flat screen TVs.
I love them.
I do too.
I'm not going to lie. I love them.
Is it important?
I love hanging them on the wall. They look good.
Is it important though?
I think it's changed. It's changed the feng shui of a living room
because that's
over the years.
important.
It is.
I mean, it makes the at-home viewing experience way better.
Right.
I mean, our friend Jake, he's got what, a 72-inch something stupid television.
It's
in his
girthy.
House?
It's girthy.
Massive. And you go over there and watch something. You're like, all right, this is cool. Play video games on it. That's fun. But once again, it's like I look at this. If you're going off of just cool, a list of some of the cool things, yeah, flat screen TV makes the cut.
Yeah.
When it comes to importance, though,
well, let's move on to number 7. Number 7, I couldn't agree with more.
oh gosh, yes,
GPS.
it should be higher on the list.
GPS is something that I use on a constant basis. Anytime I leave the Savannah city limits, I'm using my GPS in some form or fashion. I've used it 100 times. It's gotten me across the country, back and forth. It's gotten me around cities. I just have nowhere to go. GPS is essential to my daily life.
No, 100% agreed. I mean, growing up, going on vacation, my mom sitting there with the map, in the passenger side of the car. Turn down! Go down! You missed the turn! How many fights did that cause? You and I, pre-GPS, MapQuest, we were going from Illinois to Texas, and you print out the turn-by-turn directions.
Yeah, there was like 80... yeah, we had like 80 pages in the car with us because we drove to Austin, Texas before.
And it's cool, but then you miss one turn and you are hosed. Those directions do you no good anymore. So GPS deserves a spot. I say it should be higher on this list.
All right, wrapping up the first half of this list. Now, I don't feel like I've directly benefited from this one, but the overall idea of it is incredible. And I'm sure it's done great things. But once again, big dumb brain over here. I don't really know too much about it. Stem cell technology.
Yes.
It sounds important.
In theory, with my limited knowledge on the subject, I will say yes, it seems highly important.
Yeah.
And will continue to prove to be important. But I couldn't speak for its, effects or ramifications.
It sounds very important. Let's give it money. That's all. Let's fund this, whatever that is.
All right, coming up next, we will get to Big Money Monday. Also continue this list, top inventions from the past 25 years. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Elaine said a top 10 should be just microchips. I think the microchips were done previous to the past 25 years.
Agreed.
Juana says, I cut the kids' screen time to an hour and a half. That's why they wanted to hang out with me now.
Growing up, I mean, that was one thing my wife was adamant on. I mean, she was teaching-ish. No, I guess she wasn't teaching little kids at the time. But she was pretty adamant. They got one half-an-hour show a day growing up. I mean, it was one half-an-hour show. They both love to read. They still love to read now. So it's like I'm all for less screen time for kids, especially now because you have so much screen time at school. So
right.
I'm all for less screen time for kids.
Yeah, I've never had to deal with any of that. Oh, yeah, Wanda goes, yeah, good old MapQuest, dude. Like, I remember just, like, having all the papers of old MapQuest locations in the back of my car. It's like, you had to remove a tree out from your back seat from all the trips I used to take.
Yeah, and it's like I never, thankfully, had to drive with a map. I mean, I always had a map when I would go places just in case, before GPS, but I never actually had to use it. I mean, I think I could. I mean, I think I could read it if I had to, but
yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even imagine now. I mean, GPS has made life so easy.
Yeah, GPS is incredible.
The only downside is if I'm using my phone and, if I already have the destination in place and I'm driving, if I run out of cell service or get hit like a spot where I have no service, it still works.
Yeah.
But if I'm in a spot where I have to search for a location, it won't always find it if I got no cell service.
Yeah.
So you're kind of hosed there.
And that's what it feels like to be a T-Mobile customer. Sometimes you have service. I will say I jumped from AT&T to T-Mobile about a year ago now. Maybe a little less.
Yeah.
But it was, about a year now. And that's definitely one of the downfalls is T-Mobile definitely doesn't get the love and coverage that Verizon or AT&T did.
Yep. That's true.
Wanda goes, Jesus, I had to use it when I first drove to Savannah. I thought I was going to die in Jacksonville because it was the 4th of July fireworks all over the place by the interstate.
Right.
I just thought you were going to say that you took the exit after the airport or just before the airport exit in Jacksonville. Both those exits, rough. Do not stop and get gas there. Right. So actually, that's a good point. He goes, best intervention in 25 years, the internet. Technically, the internet is older than 25 years old and doesn't make this list.
Yep. There is something internet-ish related, though, on it. Let's see. We have a handful of people in for Big Money Monday. Okay.
All right, guys, so we're still in commercials right now on the radio station. We're going to come back here in just a few moments with Big Money Monday. Then we'll wrap up our top 10 list of the most important inventions of the past 25 years. Let's see, here that is. Top the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to do Wheel of Florida, the comeback of Wheel of Florida. We got, I think, 5 total stories is what you said?
So many epic stories. I mean, it was just stupid.
Yeah.
So being kind of sitting on some for a while. So yeah, we've got some really, really good stories. One even involving a dude named Florida.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, so we got Wheel of Florida coming back at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. We'll play trivia at the bottom of the hour. We'll do some more 20th anniversary show tickets there. And then, top of the 9 o'clock hour, the big guy, Frank Sulkowski, will join us. Julio Jones, the all-time Atlanta Falcons receptions leader, has been traded. So we're going to get Big Guy's take on that. Also want to ask Big Guy what he thought of the Mayweather-Paul fight. I don't know if he watched or not, but he did tweet about it last night or this morning. So I want to get his thoughts on it because it sounds like he kind of watched it.
Okay, yeah, I'm intrigued. We'll talk to him about that. And we got a really good drunk call. There's 2. One of them's a little girthy. Then there's a follow-up that's pretty short.
Right.
It's our Shamu guy is back. So I think we have Drunk Line Theater at this point in time because I don't believe his story. But part of me really wants to.
Yeah, well, we'll hear it here. It's going to be right after 9 o'clock, right after the big guy will play back your drunk calls. I think you said girthy, so Mac has finally chimed in with a pukey face. Yeah, Chris, I'm not. Actually, I'm kind of okay with Julio leaving. He didn't want to be a Falcon anymore. And look, I don't think the Falcons, I don't know what the hell they were doing. They should have drafted a quarterback this year. If you're going to trade off your best wide receiver and start kind of dismantling, rebuilding, but not. I mean, why not go all the way? They're doing like a half-ass rebuild right now at the Falcons. And I feel like that's the way probably the big guy's going to feel about this too. Ask the 8-Ball. Tony has said, ask the 8-Ball, should I get the car I want or be the adult and get the car I need? Ooh, all right, 8-Ball, want or need, what should Tony do? Not really a Magic 8-Ball question because it needs to be yes or no, but we'll figure it out together. It is decidedly so. So I think with that, what the Magic 8-Ball is saying is you should get the car you want, not the car you need. Because it is decidedly so in your favor, Tony, not your stream of consciousness need. It says to get what you want. So it is decidedly so. Get what you want.
All right, we got about 2.5 minutes. Going to wrap up the list. Then we'll end the break and the hour with Big Money Monday, hopefully giving away a $50 gift card.
So Chris goes anywhere but the Titans, but I know for a fact Chris is a Jags fan. So now I see what you're doing there. And he goes, yeah, Falcons seem to have no plan. I agree. I mean, with the number 4 pick, they took a tight end. And look, he was a freak. Like, everyone thinks he's an incredible, piece to the team. But why not do a rebuild at this point? Trade off Matt Ryan, get some assets, pick, the number 4 pick. Should have picked Justin Fields. Thank you for not, because the Bears got him. But what are you doing? Phil goes, oh, you mean the Falcons are being the Falcons by doing something that also nothing to help themselves? LOL, typical Georgia sports teams.
Yeah.
I got a feeling we're going to get some of this doom and gloom. No offense, Phil. Doom and gloom from the big guy as well. At the top of the 9 o'clock hour, once again, big guy joining us to break down the big Julio Jones trade. I mean, I feel like Julio's 32 years old. He's 32, 33. I mean, they got a lot for a 33-year-old wide receiver.
Yeah.
And for a guy who, no offense to Julio Jones fans, is always hurt. If you owned him in fantasy over the last 3 years, he didn't play half the season.
Yeah, I had him a couple times. All right, got about a minute to go. Once again, wrap up this list of the most important inventions over the past 25 years, and then see if we can give away some money. Our boss's money. We'd love to do that.
Now, when's the last time we had a winner?
It's been a couple weeks.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think it's been a minute. We didn't play last Monday because of Memorial Day, so we didn't have one last week.
Oh, yeah. So it's been almost a month since we given away a card. I really hope we're able to do it this time.
I hope so. You want to pick it, or you want me to?
Go ahead. Just pick one.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Big Money Monday is coming up in just moments. You still have time to text us your first name and a number 1 through 9 to 800-394-1061. Going to select one person to play and potentially win. Right now, going to finish up this list. The most important inventions over the past 25 years. Number 5 on this list, to me, seems more like a convenience than an importance, but online shopping platforms like Amazon.
I mean, these people have cleaned up during the pandemic, and honestly, I don't like to go shopping. I'm a guy, but I will sit on my phone and pop on Amazon and find something stupid to buy. So I find it pretty important to my my shopping needs.
I mean, I don't like what it's done to some brick and mortar and local businesses. So I think that's the negative to it. I mean, I use it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I'm not sitting here saying I don't. I do on a daily basis. Or my wife does, one of us does. But I think once again, I mean, I think you look at this list, to me, it's more convenience for some of them than actually importance in day-to-day life.
Well, I think Amazon's important because where else am I supposed to get a bottle of liquid ass for $10 and mailed to me the next day, Cotter?
That's very
Torture
true.
Tuesdays wouldn't happen unless we had Amazon there for us. Oh, I think I kind of smell it.
Number 4 on this list, most important inventions over the past 25 years. And you know what? This one seems so minor, but I agree. Online search engines like Google. I mean, without a search engine, you're just winging it, hoping you find something to look for. So I think this is a bigger deal than I think we probably realize.
Yeah, and if you actually stream the show during the breaks, we just do a fun segment called Marshall Google Something. I do that all the time. I Google stuff all the time, man. Very important to my day-to-day living.
All right, number 3 on this list, once again, a convenience thing, and I understand from that standpoint, online banking.
It's a constant reminder to let you know how poor you are. How you shouldn't buy most of the things you don't buy.
By making banking so online, though, does it make you nervous for like identity fraud, or for it's easier for people to take your money because they can just do it digitally? They don't have to do it physically anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's the part I don't like about it, because I think it's way easier just to lose it all.
Yeah, I miss the good old days of like bank robberies. Where are those guys at? What are those guys doing?
They're out of jobs, man.
Come on back.
This is the list of the top 10 most important inventions over the past 25 years. Number 2, the smartphone.
Day-to-day living. I mean, everyone, like on Sunday, if you have an iPhone, they give you those reports. They're like, you spend this much time daily on your phone. I spend way too much time daily on my phone. Like the other day, it was so high, I just like took my phone and threw it across the room. Like, I use you too much. It is disgusting how many hours a day I spend on my phone.
I mean, I do agree with this because, and this is kind of going against what I was saying earlier, because a lot of these things are convenience, in my opinion, and not importance. But the phone allows you to get to each one of these things almost on your list. Mm-hmm. Banking, GPS, Googling, do all of that. I mean, the phone.
Porn. Yep.
Porn. It's all there on the phone, man. I mean, the phone has really changed, I think, people's lives more than probably most of the things on this list.
Without a doubt. And once again, we're going over the top 10 lists of the most important inventions of the past 25 years. Now, the internet did not make the list because
Correct.
it is technically over 25 years old, and heads up, Al Gore created it. But more importantly, Cotter, coming
Yes.
in at number 1 on the list, not the internet, but just Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah. I mean, and I agree with this being number 1 because back in the day, you had to plug that bad boy in.
Yeah.
You had to fire up the modem.
Oh, the phone line?
I mean, there would be no searching on your smartphone. There would be no tablets. There would be no, laptops like we use them today if it wasn't for Wi-Fi. If you had to plug everything into the internet,
What about just Bluetooth? How did Bluetooth not make this list?
That's a good question. Maybe it's older than 25 years.
I don't know.
It could be around longer than we think it has been.
Bluetooth technology is amazing. I use that on a daily basis as well.
Now, some of the things that just missed out on making the top 10, 3D printers coming in at number 11.
Never used one.
I think as time goes, I think that will rise up on the list because you're going to see so many different and unique uses for it that it will become more important.
Okay.
Netflix was at number 13. Skype at number 15. Electronic cars at 16.
Wait, why is Skype 15? Have we decided Skype is old school and Zoom is in?
Maybe because it kind of got the ball rolling.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Maybe. Facebook at number 19.
Facebook is the biggest waste of time ever. Facebook should not make the list at all.
All right, so it's time to play Big Money Monday. Give away a $50 gift card. Hopefully, we're going to be playing for Cassie today. She chose number 6.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Cassie, right now, Marshall's going to spin our bingo machine.
All right, here we go.
Hope give you $50.
All right, Cassie, $50 Visa gift card hopefully coming to you. We have the ball.
She's looking for a number 6.
Cassie is her name?
Yes.
Cassie, our number is. Oh, hopefully there's a 6 on this ball. Cassie, the number is 57.
Oh, no. It has been so long since we got to give away money.
It is. We are in a dry spell over here. We are so dry. There is no moistness to this show right now.
We got more Big Money Monday next week. Coming up at the top of the 8 o'clock hour, Wheel of Florida is back. We're going to play in just minutes. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
You seem to like lube up our bingo machine or something. We are so dry. We are bone dry. I'm upset as well, guys.
I'm sorry.
Should chose Rhett. His number was 7. Cotter apologizes for not picking you, Rhett.
I'm sorry, Rhett. My apologies.
Real SOB over there. Sean goes, go again. You missed last Monday. It was Memorial Day. No, every week I try to convince Cotter to let me do it again. He just won't. So you know what? Not even going to try this week. It's big fuddy-duddy over there.
I am. Old man Cotter.
Greg goes, but wait, 57. If you add 5 plus 7, you get 12. 12 is 6 times 2.
We're not math guys, Greg.
Yeah, that's what you just said, honestly, was like speaking italics. I just don't get it. All right, guys, next up, we're going to do Wheel of Florida. If you've seen this bit before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, it's actually really fun. So what we do is Cotter tells us a crazy story, and then I have a wheel here in the studio. We spin it, and it just says Florida or no Florida, and we let this wheel decide where the story comes from. Generally, it nails it pretty well. I would say
it's
about
pretty good.
70% of the time it is dead on. But these stories are so crazy, and a lot of times they do come from the beautiful state of Florida. So we let the wheel decide that, and we will play Wheel of Florida for you here in just a little bit. Speaking of, it's right there. And I think it saved my stuff last time. Yep, here we are.
Nice. All right, where are we at?
Question, did Cotter run this morning, or should we ask the 8 Ball? Oh, actually, good question.
This morning, I did not run this morning.
Did you run over the weekend?
I did run over the weekend. Just about. I did it with the dog, so it was like a mile and a half, but I did. Felt good.
What was your mile time? Did you get a better mile time?
I didn't even use my app because
Okay.
I was running with the dog, so I knew it was going to suck.
Okay.
So me and the dog, we did a lap. We ran from the house. We walked occasionally because the dog's like, oh, I'm going to smell this random leaf. And then we did a lap around the lagoon, and then we ran up the path, and we came back around the lagoon. So, yeah, not quite as far as I went last time. So I'm guessing about a mile and a half.
So there you go. There you go, Greg. Apparently he did. Speaking of, do you have that noise ready to go?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's just
spinner deal?
permanently on our list of stuff.
Good. You should have come and run with me yesterday. I didn't go fast.
Yesterday, I don't know. What time did you run yesterday? Because, yeah, I'm sorry. Saturday morning, 6:30 was not going to happen. That's way too early.
All right, guys, if you got any questions for the Magic 8 Ball, generally yes or no questions, go ahead and ask us. Hashtag #AskThe8Ball. Go ahead and drop your questions, and I will answer those during the break here. Currently, we're in commercials. Once we come back out and hit the top of the hour, we're going to do Wheel of Florida. Cotter's got 5 total stories for us. So we'll do that over a couple breaks here at the top of the 8 o'clock hour.
We've got about 4-ish minutes.
Cool. I'm all set over here.
Perfect.
Wanda says, hashtag #AskThe8Ball. Can I leave the hubby home next month when we go on vacation? Without a doubt.
Yeah, there you go.
Without a doubt.
There you go.
I think I missed another question from Wanda up here on, let's see. Oh, Wanda asked, should I book a trip to Orlando with the family after the 4th of July show with you guys? Oh, come on. Come on. My reply is no.
Oh.
Don't go to Orlando. Go to somewhere else.
Greg, if you would have told me you were running shirtless, I would have been there. Got to have that information ahead of time.
I actually didn't wear a shirt, but I did wear sandals. Ooh, are you supposed to run in sandals?
Are there like running sandals maybe? Or is it just like a pair of flip-flops you found in the garage?
Are you talking like the Jesus sandals that have like the ankle wraps too? Speaking of, you know who has the dopest pair of Jesus sandals?
Who?
Tim the Engineer.
Does he?
Tim the Engineer is one of the worst dressed men in the history of humanity. He loves plaid, cargo shorts, and then he usually wears either Chucks with high socks and or Jesus sandals. Now that we have a fashionista for the show,
Oh, it's true.
we really need to hook Lauren up with Tim to help Tim dress better as a human being.
Tim the Engineer makeover.
Tim the Engineer is one of the biggest abusers of fashion in Savannah.
How old is Tim Engineer?
Tim's right around my age, maybe a few years younger, I think.
Yeah, 30s.
Yeah, he's somewhere in his mid 30s ish.
Okay.
Marshall, you power washed something this weekend. I didn't, but I actually really wanted to. My driveway and my front sidewalk are like the last things I got to hit, but I did buy a new pressure washer nozzle set. So I got like 8 pressure washer nozzles now, all sorts of angles, all sorts of power. Very excited to try them out, but I did not. It was all kind of crappy and rainy this weekend, but I did not get to it, but I want to. You know what? I don't have anything going on this weekend. I actually just looked at the schedule. I may do it this weekend or possibly this week.
Yeah.
And Wando, he dresses like my kids, just throws whatever on. He actually has a picture of himself. I think I showed it on the chat one day where he wore like a plaid shirt with a plaid pair of shorts and Jesus sandals. And he took a picture of him and his son in like Forsyth Park. And it was an all-timer. It was an all-time bad one.
I gave no craps. On Sunday, we went to PetSmart to drop the kittens off, and we're in the process of doing laundry. And I'm like, I didn't want to, throw on a pair of shorts that I knew I was going to wear this week. So I was just like, all right. So I have these like brown, weird, checkered brown and white shorts. Threw those on. Threw on, I want to say it was my Saxon Pub, like baseball, 3/4 sleeve tee. So it's gray and blue. And then I think I threw on my running shoes with just a pair of weird colored socks. Nothing matched. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to PetSmart looking like this. Bring it on.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I get that. Like I ran out to, my wife and I have been talking about breakfast burritos, getting a breakfast burrito forever now. And Flacco's is like the only place that does one close to the house. So I ran over to Flacco's, and I think I was just wearing like what I wore to bed, like a pair of shorts. I had I grabbed the closest T-shirt, and I think I wore like my Aardwolf hat. Nothing color-wise matched at all.
Yeah, there's some days I just don't care.
LOL buying nozzles. Hey, bro. If you're going to go in full blast and be a pressure wash guy, sometimes you got to have the tools to make the job easier.
You got to have options.
I got a spray bottle full of the pressure washing solution. So like if there's a tough spot that you have to really dig into, you just spray it with this like essentially soap, and you let it sit there for like 60 seconds, and you go and pressure wash it, man, it just comes right off. Oh, trust me, I'm a pressure washing guy now. Big time. Are you going to start pressure washing graffiti? No, I don't think so. Jerusalem Cruisers.
All right, that's pretty good.
I love that. Wanda says, I can't say much. I wear my PJs to Food Lion since it's right by the house.
Man, I don't care.
There's certain situations where I look down upon people, but yeah, the people who do wear like pajama bottoms out in public, I'm sorry, that's a rough look.
Yeah.
It's a rough look sometimes.
All right, guys, be right back. Good morning, Cotter and Marshall Show. Everyone is invited to become a member of the Horde. You do that by joining us on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. While you're there, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. All right, it's time for Wheel of Florida. This is a very easy concept. We got multiple stories, usually stupid criminal related. I'm going to tell the story, and then Marshall's got a wheel that he spins, and it's up to the wheel to decide, do they think the story happened in Florida or not?
Yeah, exactly. So on this wheel, it just says Florida, or no Florida, multiple times. So, Cotter, let's go ahead and begin with story number 1.
All right. A man faces aggravated child abuse and other charges after hurling his infant at a deputy near the end of a police chase. This 32-year-old suspect was being followed by law enforcement. There was being talked to by law enforcement as a deputy cradles a baby in a sky blue outfit. This is according to a released video. Now, Deputy Jacob Kirby said John Henry James III left his car carrying his baby after the pursuit ended. Just turned around, no regard, not even a little toss, overhand threw his 2-month-old at the cop from 6 feet away.
What?
Yes.
Who does he think he is, Tom Brady? Wait, was it a completed pass? Or
Cop caught the baby?
Yeah.
Baby's doing okay.
So it was Tom Brady. Completed nice.
And then John Henry James III.
6 yards or less, guaranteed.
Is going to jail.
Well, yeah, because he threw his baby like a lawn dart.
Yes. Overhand from 6 feet away.
Well, I'm glad that baby got caught. How old was the baby again?
2 months.
Whew.
Can't support his head. Can't do anything.
Get a lot of airtime, I guess. Baby's so light.
Oh, my Lord.
It is like throwing a football.
Kind of. All right. So now I guess the question is, did this story happen in Florida?
Well, let's spin that wheel. Sorry, my wheel takes a little longer. And according to this, Cotter, the wheel says that did not happen in Florida.
This was all about Florida. Indian River County is where this went down in Florida.
I am disgusted with the wheel right now. It should have known better.
All right, we got story number 2. Someone crashed their car last Thursday and got busted for driving while intoxicated, but that wasn't what made headlines. It was the passenger in the car. 27-year-old Tanner Hutchinson was wearing a DARE t-shirt.
Well, right.
From back in the day, Dare to keep kids off drugs. The shirt said, drugs are bad. Well, guess what the cops found on Tanner? Drugs and drug paraphernalia. No word on the exact type of drugs, but he has been arrested for possession of a controlled substance.
Oof.
So did this take place in the fine, fine state of Florida?
All right, well, let's go ahead and spin that wheel of Florida. Cotter, the wheel says no Florida again.
Well, that is actually Columbia, Missouri.
All right.
Is where this one happened.
Hey, the wheel is back, guys. The wheel is back.
All right, going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back. 3 more stories, including one that actually involves a man named Florida.
Oh.
But did the story happen in Florida?
Interesting. The wheel has its work cut out for it.
All right, all that's coming up next. Bring me the horizon. Here's Teardrops, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
So one of our members of the Horde, Sean, goes, holy hell, I used to live in Indian River County.
Does that seem on par for Indian River County?
My guess is yes. Once again, guys, we are playing Wheel of Florida. What this is just a bunch of crazy stories that have happened out in the world, and then we spin the wheel and let the wheel choose whether it happened in Florida or not. Currently, 1 for 2, hitting 50%. It's Monday. This wheel may be slightly drunk still from the weekend. But once again, not doing too shabby. Once again, playing Wheel of Florida. After this, we'll talk about some concerts that are coming to our area. And then after that, we'll play Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia?
I'm not going to lie. This may be the hardest game of trivia I've written.
Oh.
There are multiple choice questions. Yeah, it may be a hard game, but I'll say that and you'll get them all right. So I don't know.
All right. I wrote 2 games, so I'm a little loaded over here. No big deal. Speaking of, I should save them to my desktop before I lose them. Use it or lose it, as they say. Where are they at? Boom and boom. Yeah, but I'm set this week for trivia. Not only that, my wife asked me what I'd be doing for Quizzed in the Face this week.
Okay.
As everyone knows, I quiz Cotter in the Face every Thursday. I already have the idea, just have to write it, which is further along than what I usually am on a Monday. So
fair enough.
I'm pretty excited about that fact. Sean says, it seems on par for Gifford, Florida, one of those towns you don't go through when the street lights are on. Oh. Gifford?
All right, got about a minute left.
Complete side note, I'm a huge Evil Dead fan, and I was on Twitter last night. They just started filming the new follow-up. I think it's a TV series called Evil Dead Rises. They just started filming it yesterday.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I think Evil Dead, we probably should be getting that, I'm guessing sometime next year, but I'm very excited about that. I think that's an HBO Max thing as well.
Nice. Okay. That's cool.
All right, so on this Wheel of Florida here, second break, we have 3 stories, right? We're doing 3 stories? Perfect.
Yep, we got about 30 seconds. The last story, I'll tell you that, is involving the man named Florida.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you're giving away anything there. You going to see Bruce. Oh, Bruce Campbell down in Jacksonville? I don't know. We still haven't talked about that yet. Well, I mean, we've talked about it, but we haven't decided yet. But... yeah, Bruce Campbell's doing a screening of Evil Dead down in Jacksonville, Florida at, I think it's the Moran Theater.
Nice.
All right, Florida Theater.
Be right back. Cotter and Marshall Show, thank you for hanging out on this Monday morning. We are playing Wheel of Florida. Very simple. We've got stories that are involving stupid criminals. We spin the wheel, and the wheel will guess whether the story actually took place in Florida or not. So far, 1 out of 2.
Yeah, the wheel was a little drunk from over the weekend. Not hitting on all cylinders, but yeah, hitting 50% right now.
All right, here we go. Story number 3. A 43-year-old man named P.J. Patterson is going on trial for felony animal cruelty after killing an iguana last year. Now, iguanas are not native to the state this took place in. So you're actually allowed to kill an iguana if it's done humanely.
How do you kill an iguana humanely?
I don't know. Well, security
Put
camera.
in an electric chair?
Security camera got video of PJ attacking an iguana for 30 minutes.
What?
Not humanely. PJ, now here's the best part, tried to get the charges dropped by citing the stand your ground law that allows deadly force to be used if you think your life is in danger. Now, typically, this is for when another person attacks you.
Right.
But his lawyer thought, we got a case. However, according to the video, this iguana didn't do anything to attack the guy until he started attacking the iguana for 30 minutes.
Right. The iguana was just out there having a quick smoke, hanging out on the sidewalk. Suddenly, this dude walked up behind him and started throwing blows. It's a crazy story. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel, Cotter. Is this Florida or not Florida? This one says Florida, Cotter. Are we right? Yeah. The wheel's back, baby.
West Palm Beach, Florida.
Of course it did. Wait, did the guy get sentenced?
He's going to court. He hasn't gone yet because they tried to get it thrown out because of the stand your ground law. So stupid. All right, 2 more stories to go. Wheel, Florida. A drunk driver was arrested on Sunday, but he caught an extra charge for a different sort of drinking problem. Around 6 a.m., 38-year-old Benjamin Gray was slumped over in his seat. His pants were down around his thighs.
Uh-oh.
Never said why. Eyes were bloodshot. He was slurring his speech. So cops put him in the back of their patrol car so they could, check his car. They found drugs, drug paraphernalia, all that kind of stuff. However, when the cops returned to the patrol car, they saw Ben drinking a Mountain Dew that one of the cops had left in the car. So the cops didn't like this at all, and they tacked on an extra charge of 5th-degree theft because he drank one of the cops' Mountain Dew.
Do not steal my dew, baby.
Do not steal my dew.
This is crazy. Okay, let's go ahead and spin Wheel of Florida. Wheel says Florida, baby. Wheel, no.
This took place in Iowa.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
All right, final story to go. This one does involve a man named Lawrence Franklin King, Florida. Yes, his last name is Florida. He spent one night breaking into at least 7 different businesses. He stole White Claws from a seafood restaurant. He stole clippers from a barbershop. Broke into another barbershop, stole 5 more set of clippers. Also broke into a cafe.
Is he a drunk barber?
I don't know. Broke into a cafe, a carpet store, a vet's office, and several other businesses, making away with about $800. Doesn't end there. Got home at 5:30 in the morning. He stole the Ring camera off his neighbor's door. The neighbor got the notification. They called the cops. The cop shows up to Lawrence, Florida's house. He admits to absolutely everything.
I think he was just a drunk barber trying to open up his own spot, and then he realized he's made a huge mistake. Why steal the Ring doorbell?
A bad idea.
Because it probably caught him coming home with all the stuff.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right, Cotter, one last time for the day. Let's go ahead and spin that Wheel of Florida. All right, let's go. Come on, Wheel. Let's redeem itself. Florida? Yeah! Wheel is back, baby!
You got a man named Florida breaking the law in Florida. Pasco County, Florida is where all of this took place.
And you can't, the wheel always wins, baby. The wheel always wins.
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk 20th anniversary concert, and we've got, of course, trivia coming up. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? It's all on the way. This is the Cotter and Marshall Show on Rock 106.1.
A dude just beating a iguana to death because it was just living near
at him weird.
Jesus Christ, man. Was the iguana on his property, though?
I didn't say.
Okay.
Didn't say.
Maybe it just surprised him.
Definitely surprised him.
Yeah. There's the whole iguana thing, too, and I think it's iguanas, where in Florida, if it gets cold enough, iguanas essentially freeze, and they will literally fall off of power lines or wherever they're sitting because they like to climb up of power lines and trees, and they will just like thud the ground, and then until it gets warm enough, they'll like eventually thaw out and just scuttle away. But I've seen videos of like iguanas just falling off of like phone poles.
Yeah.
And just like an hour later, we'll just be like, oh yeah, I'm fine. And just roll
Get
out.
up and walk away.
You sound like someone who lost it at all at the roulette table. Wheel always wins, man. Yeah, I mean, the wheel got 3 out of 5 correct. I mean, the wheel does always win. It's pretty incredible, actually. I would say the wheel's always running about, I don't know, 70% or so. Tony, yes, the iguana startled him for 30 minutes. How can you not kill an iguana in less than 30 minutes? They get pizzas to you faster.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, was it just his bare hands also? I guess
a fight.
I didn't strangle the iguana to death?
Didn't have a link to the video.
They just shame him and just shout out mean insults. Your mom was a whore. Screw you, iguana. Yeah, Sean goes, yep, I've seen it rain iguanas before. See, it's wild, dude. So I heard our boss, A-Dub, walk in the door, so you know you were past the time of actually using the restroom. So if you need to go use the restroom.
It's too late, man. It's too late.
Probably too late. Yeah, the iguanas, right. All right, guys, coming up here in just a few moments, we're going to talk about the Rock 106.1 show, and obviously we have a concert announcement at 10 a.m. this morning. We're going to be off the air, but we'll go ahead and share that concert announcement with you online. So if you follow the Rock 106.1 Facebook page, please do so. We'll try to share it on Instagram as well. But a big show announcement coming up here at 10 a.m. later on today. After that, we'll do Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia, hook you up with another pair of 20th anniversary show tickets. And then after that, the big guy, Frank Sulkowski, will be calling in, talking about the Julio Jones trade. Want to get his thoughts on Mayweather Paul from last night. Then we have drunk line phone calls, and we'll wrap the show up with Marshall's Music News. So we have an action-packed last bit of the show for a Monday, too. We tried. You're welcome.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, man. A lot going on. So my wife, who hated my Equinox, hated driving the Equinox.
Why didn't she like driving your SUV?
The rear window was oddly small, and not difficult to see out of, but weird. She just didn't like the size of it. She liked her, tiny car. I got a text from my daughter. Let's see what she say. Mom loves her new car. She likes this one better than her car, which is like a miracle. She would never say that, so I may never get my car back. I don't know.
Give her that car and get yourself something.
Something different.
Yeah. Sean goes, I feel as though you all should invest in some gas masks for going to the bathroom. You should claim it as a work expense.
It's not a bad idea.
May be able to get away with that, actually.
All right, so we've got about 4 minutes, a couple more commercials, and then Papa Roach, Last Resort. After that, we'll talk the show, mention a sponsor or two.
Probably a good idea. Yeah, the good news is I don't have to do any walkthroughs ahead our show this week, but I think next week I'll have at least one that I'll be going to. And today I just got to follow up on a bunch of stuff that I did on Friday when it comes to our show. But, man, I'm getting excited for it. I can't wait to go there. We broke down assignments for our teams. So got that done, which is kind of cool. We have Jake with the easiest job in the world. I'm kind of jealous. So Jake is going to be a driver of vehicles, and he's going to be our lead driver. So we have to obviously drive the bands from the airport to the hotel to venue, back and forth. And he is the lead driver.
Nice.
On that.
Sounds so important.
Yeah. We believe in Jake Thompson so much. We're allowing him to drive people. He's an Uber driver for bands.
That's really all he is.
Rhett says that his parents have a titanium Escape. It's a super nice ride.
That's what I got. Got the titanium. I wouldn't have bought that unless that was just what was there. But I do like it. Yeah, very nice.
Get him a chauffeur hat. Actually, I have one he can wear. I have one from the RBC Heritage a couple years ago. That's the red and black checkerboard stuff. Yeah.
Make him really uncomfortable. Get him like a suit jacket and tie. Really let him fucking sweat it out.
He would never wear it. He would never wear it. It's gonna be so hot that day that vehicle he's gonna be driving is gonna be an ice box.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, we got about 2 minutes. We're back.
You guys got any questions for the Magic 8 Ball? Hit me up. Make him dress like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber.
Yes. I like it.
I think one of us have the suit for Lloyd. I forget which one. Lloyd was blue or orange.
I don't remember.
He was blue.
Yeah,
I think I still have my suit.
I don't think I have mine anymore.
I don't think he fit into it very well. Actually, I got a question for myself for the Magic 8 Ball.
Okay.
Should I go get something to eat for lunch today, or should I just eat at home? I don't know what I have at my house. Outlook not so good. Actually, so yeah, I guess I asked the wrong question. Should I have lunch today at my house? Science point to yes. There you go.
Done and done.
So I realized the PB&J Thyme hot sauce that our guy, Jeremy from MF Hot Sauce makes.
Yeah.
The slightest bit of heat, not hot at all.
Yeah.
It is delicious. I feel like I could chug an entire bottle.
What'd you put it on?
I actually used it on, what did I use it on? I just used it on a sandwich this past week, and it was really good. It wasn't a PB&J. It was just like a ham and cheese, and I just threw some on there. I'm like, actually, it's just delicious. It's got a great peanut butter sweetness to it.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
Nice.
I think I've drank like half the bottle already. My wife likes it too, and she doesn't like hot sauce really at all, ever.
Yeah.
She doesn't like any heat, and she really liked that one too.
All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. We've got our 20th anniversary concert coming up in under a month. It goes down to Trustees Garden in Savannah. We've teamed up with Connect Savannah for the show. You get Puddle of Mud, Filter, Sponge, and, of course, two great local bands, Whale Boats and Lilac. This is going to be a lot of fun, man. We're going to have a good year of concerts in the area, and this is really the kickoff to that nice run.
It really is. So I got hit up by our friends over at Filthy Nasty Productions. They're the same guys who brought in Adelita's Way back earlier this year, Steel Panther a couple months ago. They have 5 more shows they're going to be announcing. They told me the first one should be announced this week. So we have another show announcement for you. But on top of that, Cotter,
yes,
at 10 a.m. this morning, we have a huge concert announcement. You'll just have to follow us on Facebook or our Instagram page, Rock1061. But follow us. Another concert announcement is coming out this morning, 10 a.m.
So it's going to be a good summer into the fall for concerts here in the Low Country and Coastal Empire. And like we said, it all starts Saturday, July 3rd at Trustees Garden with our 20th anniversary show. Get those tickets now. Big thanks to all of our beer sponsors, Corona, Modelo, Pacifico, Tulane, American Golden Lager. Plus, if you're into the hard seltzer thing, Funky Buddha is going to be there with their premier premium hard seltzers. Nice. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Get your tickets now for the 20th anniversary show. You can get them at etix.com. Also at rock1061.com. Coming up next, got your chance to score a pair of tickets for the show. Mm-hmm. Are you smarter than a community college dropout trivia? Going to ask you to call in and play in just minutes. It's Alice in Chains, Heaven Beside You. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and answer that 8-ball question. Sean just dropped one. He goes, is the week going to go by fast? My reply is no.
I don't like that.
Sorry, guys. That's just the way the 8-ball rolls. It's going to be a slow week for all of us. Not a huge fan. Hey, speaking of, the studio, I was thinking of the studio, more speaking of it. We need to update the board for Tim.
Oh, yeah, we do.
I think we're up to day 9, I want to say. Yep, day 9.
Perfect. Getting closer and closer to cake day.
All right, guys, day 9 since our last studio issue. Once we make it successfully through this day, it'll be day 10. We'll update the board tomorrow. But right now, day 9, not too bad. Not too bad. Had a good little run. Had some phone issues. That's what put us behind. But right now, we're still on pace to be celebrating Cake Day right around the 20th anniversary show.
See you later, Tony. Have a good day. We have time here. So if we don't need to rush through to get a person, we got a little bit of time.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if we talk about how well we each have done over the past couple of weeks here. I don't know when the last time somebody beat us.
Yeah, we haven't chalked up a loss in a minute. I'll open up the docs so I can see where we're at. So currently, my win total is 73 wins, 4 losses, and 5 ties. You are at 20 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties. And I actually think Greg did the math the other day. Essentially, we're both hitting it we're winning 71% of the time.
Yeah.
With if you include the ties and losses as overall losses. You have technically 8 and I have 9. Just different ones.
Right.
But are you smarter than community college dropouts? Coming up in 90 seconds. No matter what, we'll hook the person up with a pair of 20th anniversary Rock 1061 tickets. So I think I have enough time today. I'm going to buy Hefe his new tank stuff.
Okay.
Speaking of, did you get the filters?
Filters, yes, I will bring them in.
Okay, cool.
Because I got them. Yeah,
we'll need to change that out, I think. Technically, I think it was what's today's date?
The 7th.
Probably right about now.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, I'm gonna go buy him. I think I'm gonna buy him the SpongeBob SquarePants new stuff. I think I'm gonna retire Party Cactus and Unicorn.
Okay.
I think we're gonna switch all to SpongeBob. I found some SpongeBob stuff that really made me laugh the other day.
That's funny.
It's the way to go.
All right, we got under 30 seconds.
Oh, also, congratulations to my buddy Tim. He won axe throwing. He won the lifetime membership. Him and his wife are pregnant. Gender reveal party. Boy, we're having a boy, guys. It's exciting stuff. Way to go, Tim.
All right, guys, be right back.
Congrats.
Thanks for hanging out. Cotter and Marshall Show here on your Monday morning. In just moments, going to play Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Marshall, not to brag, but we have been killing it when it comes to trivia over the past few weeks.
Yeah, once again, not math guys, but just looking at our overall records, I'm 23 wins, 4 losses, and 5 ties. You are 20 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties. Our friend Greg did math for us. Essentially, we're winning at a 71-ish% rate. Good for us for a couple community college dropouts.
And I think has it been a couple weeks since one of us lost? I think it's been a minute, man. I think we are on, I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're on an epic run. An epic run.
Last loss looks like it was on May 17th. So almost a month.
That is, I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah, last loss was by me on May 17th. There you go.
I'm feeling really good right now. So if anybody wants to challenge us, and Are You Smarter Than Community College Dropout, we need you to call right now. And whether you win or not, we are hooking you up with tickets for the 20th anniversary show.
Once again, that goes down Saturday, July 3rd over at the Trustees Gardens. Puddle of Mud, Filter, Sponge, 2 great local bands. Call up right now, 1-800-394-1061. The first person to get in, you play one of us.
Rock 1061, who's this?
This is Holly.
Holly?
Holly.
Holly? All right, you want to play some trivia?
Yes, sir.
All right, who do you want to take on, Cotter or Marshall?
Connor.
All right. Gonna
There
throw
you
on the
go, Cotter.
headphones. Good luck.
All right, Holly, here is the deal. 7 questions, 60 seconds. You got to do your very best, but no big deal because no matter what happens, we'll still hook you up with a pair of tickets to go check out our 20th anniversary show. Now, your time will begin after I ask the first question, and if you don't know the answer, feel free to say pass. Other than that, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. What state elected a former pro wrestler as its governor?
California.
Incorrect. Which cartoon family lives at 742 Evergreen Terrace, Springfield, USA?
I'm sorry, pass.
Question number 3. What is the fear of beards called? Is it pognophobia or bognophobia?
Bognophobia.
That's incorrect. Question number 4. What year was the modern pencil sharpener invented? Was it 1846, 1847, or 1888?
1888.
Incorrect. Question number 5. What is the capital of Hawaii?
Hawaii.
Yeah, what is the capital of Hawaii?
Pass.
Question number 6. In the film Saving Private Ryan, who played the role of Private Ryan?
Matt Dillon.
Incorrect. Question number 7. What is the last name of the Evil Dead series protagonist, Ash?
I don't know.
And that is time, sadly. Holly, you got, that would be none. Sorry. No big deal. Either way, you still get tickets. Don't worry about it. Cotter, take those headphones off. Holly had a bit of a rough go. She got no one right. None right. Holly, just go ahead and stay on the line for us. We're going to be right back. We're going to give Cotter a chance to answer these same questions.
She was just feeling bad for me on a Monday.
Maybe I just wrote the toughest game ever. I think you may get a few, though. So let's go ahead and begin. Your time will begin after I ask the first question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Question number 1. What state elected a former pro wrestler as its governor?
Jesse the Body. Minnesota?
Correct. Question number 2. Which cartoon family lives at 742 Evergreen Terrace, Springfield, USA?
Simpsons.
That's correct. Question number 3. What is the fear of beards called? Pognophobia or bognophobia?
Trick question. Neither. No, I'm going to go with A.
Correct. Pognophobia. Question number 4. What year was the modern pencil sharpener invented? Was it 1846, 1847, or 1888?
Go with C.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Question number 5. What is the capital of Hawaii?
Honolulu.
That is correct. Question number 6. In the film Saving Private Ryan, who played the role of Private Ryan?
It's Matt Damon.
Correct. And question number 7. What is the last name of the Evil Dead series protagonist, Ash?
It's Williams, right?
That is correct. Cotter, that got 6 out of 7 today. Congratulations.
Ooh. Holly, thank you for making me feel really good about my start to the work week. I appreciate it immensely.
Thank y'all for letting me play.
All right, Holly, congratulations. We're going to hook you up with a pair of tickets to our 20th anniversary show. So that's the great news. We're going to see you out there on Saturday, July 3rd. We got your number. We'll call you after the show today and get you all hooked up with that. We'll mail your tickets out. But congratulations, and thank you for calling in to the Cotter and Marshall Show.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right, let's go ahead and go over the correct answers for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout today. Question number 1, what state elected a former pro wrestler as its governor? That would be Minnesota. Question number 2, which cartoon family lives at 742 Evergreen Terrace, Springfield, USA? That's The Simpsons. What is the fear of beards called? Pognophobia. Question number 4, what year was the modern pencil sharpener invented? 1847. Question number 5, what is the capital of Hawaii? That is Honolulu. In the film Saving Private Ryan, who played the role of Private Ryan? That would be Matt Damon. And finally, question number 7, what is the last name of the Evil Dead series protagonist, Ash? Last name? Williams.
All right, listen up tomorrow around 8:30. Another chance for you to call in and play Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, Cotter's going to edit that up. Be back here in about 3 minutes or so. All right, guys, back on the stream. Thanks for hanging around with us while Cotter edited up that stuff that you heard live. Cotter takes the win, obviously. We'll play that back here on the air in about 1 minute. After that, we'll jump into some commercials, and then we'll come back top the 9 o'clock hour. We'll talk to the big guy, Frank Sulkowski. He's going to call in. We're going to talk about Julio Jones getting traded to the Tennessee Titans officially yesterday. Came out super early that it was happening, and then it became official later in the afternoon with like the verified information. But I personally feel like the Falcons got away with murder when it comes in regards to the trade value for Julio. I definitely didn't think he was worth a first rounder, but the Falcons picking up a second rounder and a fourth rounder in 2023 for Julio, who definitely is at the back half of his career. I think is honestly a pretty good haul for the Falcons. Now, obviously, they felt pretty good about picking up that tight end / wide receiver in the first round to let Julio go. But kind of weird that they would just do this now. I guess it's kind of a cash move for them because it's a post June 1 cut. So they're saving themselves some cash on the salary cap this year. But I want to hear what Big Guy has to say about it. I don't know if I think he maybe thinks it's a good move, but also what the hell are the Falcons doing? Shouldn't they do a complete rebuild? It feels like they're jumping into rebuild mode.
All right, so we've got with this and a couple songs, commercials, we've got all kinds of time. I'm going to attempt to use the restroom, possibly.
Okay.
Wish me the best.
Who's Matt Ryan going to throw to now? Actually, that's a really good question. Atlanta Falcon wide receivers. If you Google it, still says Julio Jones. Calvin Ridley. Oh, I forgot. The Falcons got Cordero Patterson. We worked him as a wide receiver and a running back in Chicago last year. There's Russell Gage still. So you got Russell Gage, Calvin Ridley. That's good. There is Jawan Green. Tajay Sharp. That's kind of it. Oh, then they have the two tight ends. They have, was it Hunter Hurst? And then they have the new guy, Kyle Pitts. So, do they have Hunter Hurst? Whatever his name is. Yeah. Hurst, yeah. Who's their running back going to be this year? Speaking of. Because they had Todd Gurley last year, but he's not even signed to anyone right now. The current running backs are Mike Davis. Oof, Mike Davis has been jumping around to a bunch of teams. Yikes, the Atlanta Falcons running backs. That's kind of it. Basically no one. Yeah, I don't see how the Falcons have a great year this year unless some major people step up that we just aren't seeing. So kind of strange that they would do this now. Or maybe it's been out there the entire time, and I just didn't see it happening. But kind of strange. Kind of strange that that's happening. But we'll talk to the big guy, Frank Sulkowski from WJCL. He's our sports guy. He can articulate this way better than we could in regards to what's happening with the Falcons. So we'll talk to him just after 9 o'clock today. We'll also play back your drunk phone calls from the weekend. Apparently, we got a good one from the Shamu guy who's been calling us quite often. Then we'll wrap up the show with Marshall's Music News, and then we'll call it for the day, man. Tomorrow, due to the week, all sorts of other stuff tomorrow. Mike Davis killed it in Carolina last year, though. Look at the picture of him in training camp. His legs are mommy horse legs. Dude, Mike Davis is good with the Seahawks. Then he came to the Bears for half a season. We didn't use him. Because we're idiots, I guess. And then we dropped him, and then he signed with Carolina. I think he'd been in Carolina for 2 years, but still, I don't know, man. I mean, Todd Gurley did a great job for the Falcons. I don't know why you guys didn't try to re-sign him. Oh, yeah, and I forgot the Falcons have a new coaching staff as well. Arthur Smith. That should be interesting. That should be super interesting. Man, I miss football. I wish football was back already. I know it's June, early June. We're still like, I don't know. I guess training camp is middle of next month. August, we get a couple preseason games. We only get 3 this year. And then September. So I guess we're within 3-ish months of football and being back. I can't wait till fantasy football comes back, dude. I won my only league I was in last year. No big deal. So yeah, and then we'll obviously be doing a Cotter and Marshall Show fantasy football league this year with some of you Horde members as well. We'll do a cool prize and stuff. Just got to figure out what that is. Oh, really? You think Gurley's old as shit? I mean, dude, he's only been in the league for like 7 years. This is Marshall's Googling something. How old is Todd Gurley? He can't be that old. He's 26 years old. How is he too old? Le'Veon Bell is still not signed with the team, fun fact, and he's only 29. I mean, just to compare, Derrick Henry's 27. Dude, he's still slugging guys around. Alvin Kamara is only 25 years old. He's only 26. Yeah, supposedly he was talking to the Lions. Todd Gurley, he was supposed to be possibly signing there, which I would not like to see as a Bears fan. For running back, it's a 5-year stretch. I don't know. Some backs last incredibly well, much longer than that. Matt Forte, the Chicago Bears dude, he lasted forever. I think that dude was in the league for 10 years. Let's see. Yeah, he was in the league for 10 years. Yeah, Gurley's knees are the thing that killed him. The arthritis, definitely an issue. Yeah, and then Frank Gore. Frank Gore, he's played in the league for like 80 years now.
All right.
Yeah, Gurley's had a rough go, man. With the Rams and everything. Bounced into Atlanta for 1 season. Still think he should re-sign there, but if he's got to sign with the Lions, he can sign with the Lions. I still don't think Jared Goff's a very good quarterback, so I'm pretty happy that he's in Detroit now. Although I am scared of the Detroit Lions' new coach, Dan Campbell. That dude, his nickname's Dan Talica.
Dan Talica?
He's a big-time heavy metal fan.
Okay.
He's just like a blockhead football coach. He's hilarious. And I very much wish he was the Chicago Bears head coach, just because, I don't know, he's got like a meathead personality, but I love it.
Right.
I absolutely love it. And I have Matt Nagy as my head coach, he's the best dude at trying to sound smart that sounds absolutely dumb every single time. He's just an idiot, just a pure idiot. But maybe he could do something good with Justin Fields. I don't know. We'll have to see. Hopefully he doesn't screw him up. Contemplating life over there?
Yeah, maybe. We got all kinds of time here. All kinds.
Mm-hmm.
Got like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'll call the big guy here in like 5 of those.
Gotcha. On music news, we're going to talk about Aerosmith talking about not coming back at all, ever.
I was surprised by that.
Tenacious D, Kyle Gass, actually has recruited a bunch of his famous friends for a little spoof song about getting vaccinated. So we'll talk about that as well and play some of that audio back. And then Led Zeppelin has apparently been gifted the claim of having the best guitar riff ever. So I'll break that down. Of course, some of the others that were in the top 10 list from a magazine who proclaimed the top 10 greatest guitar riffs of all time.
All right. Interested?
Later on this week, we'll obviously have Mac back in for Chicks on Dudes. Eric Loy of Silver Bluff Brewing Company is going to be coming in this Friday. I'm not really familiar with their brands or their beer.
No, it's new to me.
Based out of, oh my gosh, I want to say Bluffton. It's the B town that's south of us.
Brunswick?
Brunswick, that's it. Based out of Brunswick. But Eric's going to be here this coming Friday for Beer for Breakfast in studio. So excited for that.
So we're going to try to get Mac in 2 different times this week, though. So last week on Chicks on Dudes, she brought up what watermelon and what?
Watermelon and mustard. So there was like a TikTok challenge where people were trying, I guess, watermelon and mustard. And she just randomly text us or text me or something saying, I would try that. And I said, okay, let's have you do it on the show. It's content. Let's go.
So we're going to have her come in. We'll not do it on Wednesday so it doesn't get in the way of Chicks on Dudes. But she also started an Instagram for her dog.
She started an Instagram for her dog Scout over the weekend, it looks like. I saw it.
Okay.
Need to talk about how much of a crazy person she's becoming. Because Mac is, since she's come to Savannah, I would say she's been slowly sliding down the hill of insane single lady.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this kind of really confirms that for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mac has a Instagram for her dog now. Not weird at all. Definitely not something that someone does with a life. But we'll ask her about that as well. And although she may be listening at this exact moment, she just commented, Mac, do not comment on your dog's Scout Instagram account. I want to have you defend yourself in person.
All right. So we've got about 7 minutes. 7 minutes away from the big guy.
I'll tell you what, over the weekend, I got a chance to play some video games. I haven't had a chance to play a lot of them. A great video game to play with your significant other is Sackboy on PlayStation 5.
Been talking about that one for a while.
It is so easy. And it's so like laid back playing. It's kind of like it's like Mario 64.
Okay.
Just with 2 people, and it's so easy to play. It's difficult not to be able to beat a level with your significant other, no matter what their game playing prowess is.
Right.
My wife, super bad at video games. She'll say that. We've gotten through most of the game pretty easily, so I'm excited for this.
So what is the concept? What do you do?
You're just a character called Sackboy, and you could team up with up to 4 people.
Oh, nice.
But it's just the 2 of us, and then someone has taken over Sackboy World, and you have to, therefore, reclaim Sackboy World against this evil deity.
Okay.
But it's as easy as you get.
Okay.
But it's fantastic stuff if your significant other wants to play a video game with you.
Okay.
How'd you get a PlayStation 5? The pandemic plus lots of free time on top of the pandemic at the end of the year. No, last year, I mean, obviously we weren't doing a whole bunch of the radio station. I had a whole bunch of time to research on how to get one. So the short answer is I used multiple different Twitter accounts with notifications to alert me when PlayStations would go on sale. And then, therefore, I had kind of an upper hand because these people somehow know when they're going on sale and like when they're going to be available online. And I was actually able to buy 3 PlayStation 5s for different people.
Yeah.
I didn't I resold one, but I kept one for myself, and then I bought one for a friend's son. So that's those. I bought 3. So.
It was definitely a process. I mean, it wasn't easy.
I bought them through 3 different vendors as well. I bought one from Best Buy, Walmart, and GameStop.
Yeah.
So can I say I'm disappointed that Game Pass doesn't have the Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode, just the online part. I'm ready to pay over $70 for the Ultimate Game package. Yeah. I don't have an Xbox, so I can't quite talk upon that. I can say that Xbox Game Pass is apparently the business when it comes to like overall games, though. I've heard really good things about it. Yeah, man. Like I said, like the end of last year, we didn't have a lot going on the radio station, so I had a lot of free time, and I just researched the hell out of how to do it. Yeah, and I was able. I think I bought like one a month. One November, December, and January. First one, not gonna lie, resold at a profit, no big deal. And then I kept a bunch of like the peripherals because it came in a big bundle. So I kept like the extra controller and the games and stuff, and just sold the system itself. And then I got my PlayStation the next month, and then I bought one more for my wife's mother's boyfriend's son. Yes. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. For a while there, I had a reputation as a PlayStation 5 genius. It's difficult. It's still difficult to get them. PlayStation has said they're just because there is a microchip shortage out in the world, because there's a shortage of everything due to the pandemic, that you shouldn't expect to see a PlayStation 5 inside of a store until possibly early next year.
That's crazy. That's so weird to think.
Yeah. And they have sold, I forget how many off the top of my head. I think they sold 10 million PlayStation 5s already.
All right.
It's been less than a year.
All right, I'm going to phone up the big guy here.
Hello.
What's up, big guy? Can you hear us? Big guy? Okay. I thought we could take a phone call this way. Try this again. If you can't hear us, we'll have to do it the other way.
I don't know what happened there. Sorry about that.
No, can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You can hear me?
Yep, no problem.
Good deal.
Good morning, Frank. What time did you get up this morning, bud?
Just now?
Wait, did we wake you up?
No. I woke up like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Nope, I woke up 10 minutes ago, so we good to go.
Nice, man. Nice. How was your weekend?
It was all right. I put up some ceiling fans.
Nice.
So we had that going for me, so that's fine.
So ceiling fans, they're generally easy unless you somehow mess up the process. Would you say you're a seasoned ceiling fan installer?
Yes.
So, you got these things done in like 15 minutes, right?
No. I put up I think 4 now here at the house, and it always takes longer than you want it to. So
yeah, I always think there's always that one step you forget, and then you have to essentially disassemble the entire thing just to fix that one thing. Did that happen to you?
It did yesterday. Mm-hmm. There was a wire trip up somewhere along the way, so I had to go back. So it was a little frustrating with the one yesterday. So I still got 2 more I got to put up. So
dang,
that's a process, man. It's a process. Let me guess, your wife picked those ceiling fans too. She just brought them home and like, hey, put them up.
Yes, pretty much.
Happened to me, man. It's all good. I'm living your pain right now. I'm living your pain.
It happens, but we get through it.
What else you got coming up this week, man?
We got that the PGA Tour up in Ridgeland at Hungary.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a first time for you. So that's going to be a weird one, right?
It's going to be very weird, yeah, because you got a course that's not very accessible. It's a unique private course. It's going to be different. This is the first time it's ever held there, so it's going to be a little different.
All right, we got about 10 seconds. Next time we talk, you'll be on the air.
Sounds good.
All right. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Be sure to get the stream Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So over the weekend, found out the Atlanta Falcons had traded Julio Jones to the Tennessee Titans. So we knew we had to get the big guy on so we could talk about it. So from WJCL 22, it is the big guy, Frank Sulkowski. Frank, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so let's jump right into this, man. Falcons deal Jones to Tennessee. In return, they get a couple draft picks, a second round from 2022, a fourth round from 2023. The Falcons also give up a sixth-round pick in 2023 to the Titans. Are you surprised at all that this finally happened? Are you surprised that it happened with the Titans?
I'm not kind of surprised. I mean, we knew it was coming. I mean, listen, Julio Jones had been talking about he wanted out of Atlanta. There was all a couple weeks ago with Shannon Sharp and getting the phone call and all that stuff. So I mean, the secret was out. Then it was just a matter of finding the right suitor. You know, what was the deal that was going to do it? I mean, let's be honest. This is the Falcons officially announcing that they're in rebuild mode right now with this move. You get rid of your franchise player, perhaps the best player ever to play for the Atlanta Falcons. But it's not surprising. I mean, it's a salary cap move. It's a business. When all is said and done, the NFL is a business. The salary cap, what that does now is Atlanta can go into rebuild mode. They relieve themselves of so much with that salary cap. Jones is aging. He's had some injury issues here and there, and it's one of those things where he was the most marketable guy they got, and they get a couple draft picks for it. But the biggest thing there is they relieve so much space on that salary cap that they can, actually pay for their draft class now that it's done. And what it does is, I think they think, hey, maybe they have a guy in like Kyle Pitts, who they took in the first round this year, who is the next star. I think they really think that. So that young man, the tight end out of Florida, is really going to get a chance to shine here early in his career. You got Matt Ryan, who, for all intents and purposes, only has a couple years left in Atlanta. So I think what you're going to start seeing is, with those draft picks and the way they're working things, the next big piece of it all is going to be a quarterback, who's going to be the future signal caller there in Atlanta. So, yeah, they're in rebuild mode. I don't think it was that big of a surprise. Again, this is a business move. You tip your hat to Julio for everything that he's meant to Atlanta. But this thing just came down to dollars and cents. That's all it did.
So, big guy, with that said, I mean, the Falcons, you do think are in rebuild mode. I mean, how do you see the Falcon season going this year? I mean, can we still expect to see a competitive team, or do you think you're going to see a team that's going to possibly tank in 2021?
It's one of those things where, I don't think you're going to see necessarily tanking. I think there still is enough talent there in Atlanta where they're going to compete. But let's be honest, right now, the NFC South, it all runs through Tampa. You've seen what the Bucs have been able to do with Tom Brady, and let's be honest. I mean, it is they're the force right now. You got everybody else. Orleans is kind of getting to that point where they're going to be in a little bit of rebuild mode now too, with Drew Brees wrapping things up. Carolina's been down. I mean, this is Tampa's conference now. The NFC as a whole is Tampa's conference right now. So it's their time. But let's be honest, with Tom Brady and some of the aging guys they have in Tampa, we'll see this. We'll see this in a couple years with them. They're going to have to go through issues. I mean, they're loaded right now, but they're aging, so they're going to have to go through some kind of rebuild. So the Falcons figure, if we're going to do this, we might as well do it now. Strike while the iron's hot. We got a guy in Julio Jones that we can get a deal for. Now, I think what this trade also did was it opened some eyes because, some of the early rumors were, you got Julio Jones. This is going to be a slam dunk. Falcons are going to be able to have every team in the NFL want Julio Jones. Well, not every. Again, it's a business. And that's a lot of money your team takes on. I mean, Tennessee takes on Julio's contract. The Falcons, are cleared of that now, and they clear up that space in the salary cap, and they go on. You're not going to you're not going to have a guy on this year's team for Atlanta who's going to be able to put up Julio Jones numbers. It's just you're not going to be able to replace him. You just hope that you have enough young guys who can, all play roles and try to get those numbers to as close to what Julio meant to you as possible. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see the ball being spread out a lot more guys involved. And I think that's good for the franchise as you're trying to find your next stars.
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons aren't what they were, obviously, a couple years ago. But, Frank, before we let you go, I got to ask you, last night you tweeted 9 hours ago, if you spent $50 on that, just give me $12 and 2 packs of Now and Laters next time. I'll tell you a couple bad jokes and we'll be square. Obviously, you were talking about the Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather fight from last night. Did you watch it? Was it what you thought it would be, a complete S show?
I did. I watched pieces of it. I did not pay for it. I'm mama raised, no dummy. Anytime you get a YouTube star against, one of the greats in boxing, I mean, a couple things are going to happen. I will say this. Good for that young man that he didn't just get laid out, from the get-go. Good on him. He can hang his hat on that he, hung around there. If you call that, I thought it looked more like a really bad middle school dance where those touch each other and Paul would just kind of, hug in there and he tried to get a shot and just so it wasn't really boxing. It was an exhibition. It was what it was. And again, it's hype. Everybody buys into the hype.
Yep.
And that's what it was. And everybody wanted to see this guy get laid out in the grand scheme of things. And that didn't happen. So again, it didn't turn out like I think a lot of people imagined. So, instead of spending that money, they just give me a couple packs of candy and $12 and go for one.
All right, big guy, on that note, as always, good to talk to you, man. And we'll be talking soon, of course, just about with everything else coming up. So the big guy from WJCL 22, here's Evanescence. It's Better Without You. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. All right, still there?
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And we'll talk to you soon, Frank. Thanks for getting up this morning for us.
Oh no, we're good. I got a couple things I got to do and get in the office early. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, Frank. Before you jump off the phone, sometime in August, can we get you to come in and do a beer for breakfast with us on a Friday?
Sure.
All right, man. I'll hit you up on a date.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy.
See you, man.
Got to get a Frank in for a beer for breakfast. Yeah, we got some open dates in August, so we'll have to figure that out.
Perfect.
All right, guys, coming up next, Cotter has us all lined up for our drunk call line, our drunk voicemails. I got a couple to play for you from the weekend. After that, we'll do Marshall's Music News, then wrap the day up.
What was the song again from Zeppelin?
It's a Whole Lot of Love. Don't need show log anymore. That's all good.
All right. Almost done with that.
All right, guys, thanks for once again hanging around this morning. Up next, we play Drunk Line phone calls, and then, like I said, Marshall's Music News. Tomorrow on the show, we'll do Quizzed in the Face. Cotter will be putting me to task on something right around 9 o'clock. Are we getting Mac in tomorrow? Did you want to do tomorrow? Did you want to do Thursday, Friday? What did you want to do there?
That is a stellar question. Let's do... Hold on a second, sorry. Let me get this back from delay here in a second.
Gotcha.
All right. Let's do Thursday.
Okay.
Give her a little bit more time to see if she can do it. Mac, if you're on the stream, can you come in Thursday?
I'll email her.
8 o'clock hour.
Right at 8 a.m.?
Yeah, because 9 o'clock is quizzed in the face.
Thomas goes, can we ask the 8-ball if I should tell the picky-ass architect to leave me the F alone down here at the housing authority and let me do my damn job? Yeah, pretty much. Can that picky-ass architect completely blank off? Don't count on it. Oh, man. I'm sorry, dude. That picky-ass architect's probably going to keep bugging you. Can Thomas be left alone at least for the next hour? You may rely on it. Okay, dude, next 60 minutes. Boom. Don't have to worry about that picky-ass architect. After that, he's coming for you.
All right, guys, be right back. '20th anniversary concert for Rock 106.1 coming up in under a month. Saturday, July 3rd, Trustees Garden with Connect Savannah. We got Puddle of Mud, Filter, Sponge, and of course Lilac and Whaleboat. Tickets, they're on sale now. You can buy them at etix.com. Also, the website, rock1061.com. And it's just really kicking off what could be one of the best concert years for the Low Country and Coastal Empire in nearly a decade.
Once again, we have a show getting announced at 10 a.m. this morning. It's not going to be in the Savannah area, but it'll be like within a 2-hour-ish drive range. But 10 a.m. this morning, make sure to check out the Rock 106.1 Facebook page, and we will definitely be putting up a really awesome concert announcement for you.
So each and every weekend or during the week, whatever you feel like doing, we've got the drunk line open up. It's real simple. It's just 800-394-1061. You give us a call after you've had a few adult beverages. Make sure you're safe. Don't drink and drive. And then you leave us a voicemail. Now, we've gotten multiple calls from a gentleman who likes to talk about Shamu.
Yeah, a series of calls. We call him Shamu Guy.
And Shamu Guy called us again. And I want to believe this story from where he's calling from, but I don't.
All right.
But he is still loaded. And it is still quality entertainment. I mean, the Shamu Guy stepping up. I think each and every time, just delivering.
You sold me. Let's hear it.
All right. Drunk call number 1. Shamu Guy is back.
Hey, guys. This is the Shamu Guy. I'm in Chatham County Inn right now. Y'all the only ones I can remember the phone number to. So y'all are my one phone call.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but apparently I was drunk, and apparently I'm now arrested in the Chatham County Jail. Can you call my mom? My mom's number is 0705. Actually, I don't remember my mom's number too. You know, I don't know how long I'm being here, but all right. Please don't do that to me. So, all right, there's a man that's about to take a poo on me. Hold on. 1 second, hold on. Oh my God, dude. All right, man, this is embarrassing that you're the only number I remember. Hey, look, GoFundMe, help me out. Yep, I did it.
Why are you admitting that?
Just GoFundMe, bail me out.
What's his GoFundMe?
He wants us to start it.
Oh.
Holy. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. Hold on. One second. I had to walk away. So, Carter Marshall. Hey, y'all know like my BFF.
We're friends now.
You know you're my BFF. You know about Shamu.
I don't consent.
All the aliens. So think about all those Shamus and aliens stuck in jail right now. And bail me out. My bond is $1,000.
Awful steep, right?
I take GoFundMe. I take what do you call it? What do you call it?
It's not bad, actually.
I take a Square payment. Hey, when you bail me out, I'll tell you all about Shamu. All right? We'll let you know all about it. Just bail me out. See ya.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. I opt out. I opt out of this relationship. I am opting out.
It's very one-sided.
I'm unsubscribing from Shamu Guy. I think I'm done with Shamu Guy.
You're done with Shamu Guy?
I think I'm done with Shamu Guy. I'm opting out. When he's asking me to start GoFundMes for him, I mean, it's really getting one-sided in this relationship. So I'm opting out of our relationship.
I don't think he realizes that it's a voicemail and we're not here over the weekend because he called back not that long after.
Why does it take y'all so long to answer your phone? You know how many people are lined up behind me in jail right now? Gonna whoop my ass. Oh my God. Can you please just tell my mom okay? I'm alright. I'll be alright. I'll be there, Mom.
I don't know.
I know. I don't know her number, so
I don't answer that phone call. I kind of want to opt back in. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to still unsubscribe from this relationship, and maybe if he comes with the goods continuously, maybe I'll opt back down. I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure yet. Definitely not starting to GoFundMe for him.
No, gosh, no. All right, don't forget, call the drunk line whenever you drink. 24/7, 800-394-1061. We got Marshall's Music News coming up next. This is Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
All right, guys. Thanks for sticking around on the chat today. Do appreciate it.
All right. I don't think I need that. There's Holly's number.
Okay. I got a 10:30 meeting today with Trevor to go over website stuff.
Nice.
I don't know if he'll call me or not, but he told me 10:30 today. We'll see how it goes.
I hope it goes well.
So we got ourselves brand new websites here at our radio stations. Rock 1061. I think half the stations are now transferred over to our new websites.
Right.
And then they didn't tell us how to use them. So I had to email our corporate team and be like, hey, how do I use these? So hopefully after today, I'll be able to access our websites.
So I don't think I have too much issues with it. I was going to get logged in and mess around with it. And then if I needed help, I was going to be like, help me.
Tom is still waiting on my phone call. Yeah, I'm calling everyone today, man. I've been stacking them, getting it all done in one fell swoop. Yeah, but I got that 10:30. I got to do a bunch of follow-up stuff. I got to run to the post office, mail some stuff out. That's kind of it.
Yeah. Yeah, just typical work stuff to get knocked out once I get off the air.
So I usually play video games with a buddy of mine on Mondays from New York. And this past week and a half, he went on a vacation. He went down to somewhere in South Carolina. I don't know, one of those weird cities, Swanee or something. So he went down there because his wife's family is from Georgia, and apparently they all met up in South Carolina and had like a little, vacay cabin deal.
Nice.
So on his way down, driving from New York, it's a long trip because he's on the north side of New York. He's driving down, and he goes, we started this trip, and I rented a Vrbo, a VRBO.
Yeah.
I got a place on Vrbo. It turned out they had bed bugs.
No.
He goes, this happened last Sunday. I'm like, oh, my God, that sucks. He goes, we had to run a bunch of clothes through the dryer. Apparently, the heat kills the bed bugs, and had to sleep in the car for a couple of hours. We got a full refund, and stayed at a hotel instead.
That sucks.
I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I've used Verbo a couple times now. That's kind of how we did our trip last year up to Blue Ridge, and then I think we used them again for our trip coming up in July. So hopefully it's not the same experience.
Thomas, he goes, you or my wife to procrastinating would get along. Yeah, I guess so, man. Or I'm extremely fucking busy, and it's something that could wait. Sometimes you have to I got priorities on getting stuff done. We're a month away from a show still. Yeah, I got time to mail them out to you. Especially if it's all local, which once again, our great post office mails everything to Jacksonville just so they can send it back here. So
makes sense.
What should be like a day or two turnaround turns into like a 4-day turnaround because, the United States Postal Service.
I'm going to go grab a cheese stick. Would you like a cheese stick, Marshall?
I'm good, man. Thank you. Yeah. So on top of doing the morning show here, I'm also the promotions director. I almost said it wrong. That's how much I obviously have been working hard on it. Also the promotions director for all 6 of our radio stations here. I also voice stuff all over the place for Bob 106.9 and a few other spots. And quite busy. And this show, you wouldn't believe it, takes up a lot of my time. But it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome time spent, so no complaints. On top of that, we have our 20th anniversary show we're building out, man. Pretty excited for it with obviously all the bands and everything. Currently working on like a bunch of design stuff and some logistics stuff just on site. I'll tell you what, A-Dub, this past week, he's been on top of everything, getting stuff done.
Who's not listening? You don't have to kiss his ass.
Well, heck, we were working yesterday on signage. So,
right.
I mean, we were working on Sunday, Lord's Day. Before 12 noon, we were doing stuff.
Damn. All right, got some Metallica, For Whom the Bell Tolls. After that, story 1, Marshall's Music News. Last half an hour of the show. Our wife and kid have stopped for gas and to eat.
What time did they take off again?
7-ish, a little before maybe.
Okay. They're 2 hours in.
Something like that. Yeah, right before 7.
I'm just editing up Marshall's Music News real quick.
That's fair.
Some extra stuff I don't need there.
Yep, we got about 3.5 minutes. Getting to the first story. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out today on a Monday. Tomorrow on the show, Due to the Week.
Quiz in the face.
Yep. Week. La Face. I'm ready for a nap. I get it, Wanda. I get it.
I'm good for another 4 hours or so. Then I'll probably need one.
Yeah. All right, 2.5 minutes.
Jumping into our first story. You wanted to do Led Zeppelin first?
Yeah, we'll play that. All right, 2 minutes.
So I binge watched the entire 7th season of Alone $1 Million Challenge this weekend. I enjoyed it. Thanks, Cotter. Didn't know about that till the other day.
Oh. I haven't seen the 7th season yet. It's a great show, man. It's really addictive.
Which one is that again?
That's the one where they drop the people out in the middle of nowhere and they have to survive.
Oh, okay.
By themselves. Yeah, it's an intense show, man. I couldn't do it. I could not do it at all. It's like there was one season where it's like, and they before they're picked, they go through psychological tests, they go through physical tests. I mean, they make sure you're capable of doing it. And most of these people are guys who teach survival skills or, just this is what they do. Mm-hmm. And it's like every season there's somebody that's like 2 hours in going, nope, I'm out. But yeah, it's a great show, man.
All right.
We got about a minute left. Then we'll get into story number 1.
I have some new panels coming for us. Hopefully this week. I think I have 2 new ones. Hopefully I'll receive this week.
Okay.
Hopefully as early as tonight. And then I got some other art stuff that we're working on. So all sorts of fun stuff coming our way.
All right, guys, be right back.
Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, down to the final 30 minutes here for your Monday morning. So before we get out of here, let's turn over to Marshall's story number 1, Marshall's music news.
So Jimmy Page's riff from Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love has been named the greatest riff of all time by readers of Total Guitar and Guitar World magazines. It was stated it wasn't the first great riff, but it was a defining one. It's why riffs become central to a guitar music, the reason bands search for the guitar hook that can propel a whole song or even a whole career. So real quickly, I'll break down the top 10 greatest riffs of all time, according to these 2 magazines, Total Guitar and Guitar World. Number 1, I just mentioned, Whole Lotta Love from Led Zeppelin. Crazy Train's guitar riff from Ozzy came in at number 2. Back in Black, AC/DC coming in number 3. Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple, which I knew was going to be in there somewhere. I thought it'd honestly be higher. Coming in at number 4. Ain't Talking About Love from Van Halen at 5. We're talking about guitar riffs, the best guitar riffs of all time. Number 6, Inner Sandman's from Metallica. Iron Man, Black Sabbath. So Ozzy's band's making 2 hits there on the top 10. Walk from Pantera coming in at number 8. LaGrange, ZZ Top coming in at number 9. And Jimi Hendrix's Purple Haze. Top 10 guitar riffs of all time, with Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love topping the list.
So let's do it. It's Led Zeppelin, Whole Lotta Love. Cotter and Marshall Show. More Marshall's music news up next. Rock 1061.
Just want to go with Tenacious D here, and then we'll wrap up with Aerosmith. You want to flip-flop that?
Nope, that sounds good.
Okay. And are you set with Tenacious D?
I'm ready.
Perfect. All right, guys, 2 more music news stories. Now, next Tuesday, we have a Torture Tuesday. We have not plotted out what that needs to be. We need to talk about that.
Yeah, I was starting to dig through a list of some of the older ones we had brought up. Most of those weren't necessarily in studio because it was before morning shows when we were doing more of them out and about.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we'll definitely have to come up with something.
Once again, we're wrapping up Torture Tuesday season. We do it during our promotional book period, so we're going to put Torture Tuesday to rest for a couple months. It'll be, July, August, and then we'll come back in September with Torture Tuesdays, and we'll do that through December. Give us a few months to kind of figure out a few things.
Yeah.
But once again, next Tuesday will be Torture Tuesday. Still trying to figure out all the details on who's going to face it and what it's going to be. But we should hopefully have that kind of laid out here in the next day or so. just in case you're wondering. And then tomorrow on the show, we have Quizzed in the Face. Cotter will be putting me to task on some questions at the top of the 9 o'clock hour. And then we'll also have Dude of the Week Death Match. You'll be able to vote on that later on today.
Spoiler alert, I don't know what I'm going to quiz you in the face on yet.
Okay.
And second, spoiler alert, the lady who pushed a bear off her fence is one of the people for Dude of the Week Death Match, just hands down, because she pushed a bear off her fence, protecting her dogs.
I remember seeing that clip last week, yeah. I think I found a story here for a candidate of another Dude of the Week. Couple of them, actually.
Nice.
Airsoft Firing Squad. That's actually a good one.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hey, a mama mode kicked in with her when it came to the bear. Charles says, been busy as shit already today. Question for y'all. Who proposed the idea to move y'all to the morning? Whoever it was needs a raise. I don't know. I don't know who officially first came up with that notion. It wasn't me, that's for sure. Cotter?
Technically, I guess probably me.
There you go.
Once we found out, because I mean, two guys named Chris is within the company, so we knew they were, going to remain on a radio station. Once we realized, we could move them to a different radio station and one that made more sense for them on Rewind, then to me, the next logical option was putting Marshall and I on in the morning. So
there you go.
So I didn't want to. I just didn't want to do another syndicated morning show. If they'd said, "Now we're just gonna keep syndication," I would have just kept two guys on. We wouldn't have moved them. So mix it up a little bit. 20 years of the station, and this is the first 3 months it's been local in the morning. So
hey, 3 months and 6 days.
That's true. All right, we got about 90 seconds. Hit up story number 2.
Story 2 is real quick, but we'll play you a clip of the song in question.
Pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Genius, Cotter. Fucking genius.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. You have not seen my bank account.
Well, wait till we tell you guys how much we make per show.
Ugh.
Yeah, we actually make, so every show, you mind if I do this?
Go for it.
All right, so for every show, they pay us $1,500 per show. So that was in our contracts. I thought that was pretty good. So
I want your contract if that's the case.
So yeah, we got $1,500 per show that we do per day. So that's why. So I guess yes, radio does take care of us a little bit. I mean, I feel like we should make more money.
I'd be okay with making that.
Yeah, $1,500 per show, but that also includes our other duties per day. So $1,500 per day is what they pay us. And we work what it feels like about 15 hours a day. So yeah, we get paid $100 an hour.
All right, we'll be right back.
Cotter and Marshall. Rock 1061.
It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Thank you for hanging out on air and, of course, on the stream. Marshall's music news. Time for story number 2.
One half of Tenacious D, Kyle Gass, has recruited a number of famous friends for a video and new song. It's a solo. Jack Black appears in the video, but he does not sing in the video at all. He wrote a kind of a spoof of the Ramones' I Want to Be Sedated, saying, I want to be vaccinated. Now, amazing friends have joined him in this video. John C. Reilly, Danko Jones, Amy Lee and her son Jack, Kathy Najimy, that's one of the chicks from Hocus Pocus. Jack Black does show up in a full medical outfit and a very large needle. And Samantha Bee all show up in this video. Now, that's kind of the story. That's it. But the song itself is great. So we have to play some of it. So let's go ahead and do that. It's
fun, man.
It's a jam.
Yeah,
it's a jam. If they should just put that in a commercial. I would want to get vaccinated more. I would get vaccinated for a second time if they threw this on a TV commercial. I'm just saying, pretty cool stuff.
All right, one more story to go with Marshall's music news, and they'll wrap up the show. It is Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
I just there needs to be more theme songs to everyday life stuff.
That's true.
Like when I'm going to the bank, it should be Pink Floyd's Money, but like a little spoof of it or something.
Rhett, have a good day, man. Talk to you tomorrow.
Something a little more jammy.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, sorry for making that radio money. $1,500 a show. Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
And it's crazy that we get paid that much.
So crazy.
All right, one more story, and it's going to be it's kind of a sad one, honestly. It's about Aerosmith and what they think, or at least one member of the band, what they think they can do when it comes to performing in the future. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, big ballers. Making that Friends money. Big time Friends money,
yeah,
bro.
All of that Friends money.
Just a quick heads up, closer to the end of the month, I think it's actually like the 22nd through the 25th, we'll be playing Best Up, so we won't be streaming. We'll stream like one day that week. I think we're in on Monday, according to the calendar. So we'll be in on that Monday, and then we'll take the rest of the week off. Cotter's taking a little vacation. Then we'll come back the week of show. 4th of July week, we'll stream every day. We'll actually stream on a Saturday as well at the show. Pretty cool stuff. And then the following week, I'm going to be out the entire week. And then we'll come back after that. So we'll be off kind of like 2 out of 3-ish weeks, closer to the end of the month. Just going on little vacations, getting out of town, getting recharged for the show itself. So just a quick heads up, guys. Over the summer months, we do have a bunch of new bits we have kind of lined up. We also plan on doing our first fantasy football league with you guys, with the Horde. So we got to figure out how to do that. I don't know if we just want to do a certain amount of Horde members joining Fantasy Football League, but I think we should definitely do one with the Horde when it comes to fantasy football.
I agree.
In years past, we always did like Welcome to Rockville tickets for the previous year. We may do that. We may do something else. Epicenter tickets.
Yeah.
May do something. I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's going to be a Welcome to Rockville in 2022, so we could always use tickets for that for the previous year, although, you know, Welcome to Rockville is happening in November this year. I kind of hope they keep it November.
I'm all about November for Welcome to Rockville. I think it's perfect.
Yeah, because, I mean, if they did do a typical cycle, if they went back to regular cycle, we would get, like, Cinco de Mayo week after Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Who are you going to stream to? Everybody will be at the show. The other people. I don't know. Actually, the audience on a Saturday when we're streaming between, I don't know, let's just say noon and 5. We're not going to be continuously streaming. We'll pop on
interviews
for
and stuff.
Interviews. Then we'll probably pop on just for the hell of it to drink a couple beers and do whatever. You know, the audience should be much larger. Andy Dalton has been claimed by Marshall.
No, I wouldn't say the audience will be larger. It'll be different.
Yeah. I think more people have their phones in their hands on a Saturday than they do a Monday morning from 6 to 10, too. So. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to homer pick. If Justin Fields would be available as my second quarterback pick, I would probably go with him. But I doubt someone will probably homer pick Justin Fields before I'll even get to him. But Fields ain't going to start until at least, I think, earliest is week 3, week 5, probably. So, no, the one person that let me win my championship last year in my fantasy football league, Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
So that would definitely be a big one. I would definitely go top tier running back, probably a quarterback. A lot of people like to go wide receiver with round 2, but I would totally be fine with getting Kyler Murray in round 2. He had 11 rushing touchdowns last year.
Stupid.
11. Yeah.
Stupid. We got about 3 minutes, and then we're back on for the final break of the day.
Mm-hmm. Later today, too, just in case you missed it, I'll have the Beer for Breakfast with Lauren Wolverton from Connect Savannah. Actually, I wound up rewatching it, just sitting on my couch the other day. I think it's one of our better interviews we've done.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a fun Beer for Breakfast. I think just it was good to get away from straight up beer talk with Beer for Breakfast. Like, it was cool to kind of not do beer, but not talk about beer.
No, I get it.
Usually we dive in, especially with some of the beer guys, we dive heavy into it, which is totally cool.
Yeah.
That's what the segment's about, but it's always fun to break out of the segment constraints and do something kind of cool and different with it. And I thought we definitely had a good time with her. You could tell we were having a good time with asking her the fashionista questions. But it's nice to also have a fashionista at our go now. We can reach out to her anytime.
Gotta have different experts, man.
Mm-hmm. So she's actually I realized this. I don't know if we talked about it on the air. So she is dating the guy who dressed up as Thor, who won our first axe throwing competition.
No, I didn't know. We didn't talk about that at all.
So she messaged me over the weekend.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she actually sent me screenshots from because we Facebook Lived it.
Right.
So she sent me a screenshot of like him and his costume and you, short hair, beard, and everything. And I was like, oh yeah. I was thinking that because someone mentioned it to me. I forget who it was. It might have been my wife who mentioned it to me. She's like, is that guy? I'm like, I don't know, because his hair is different. He had longer hair then. He has short hair now.
That's fun. Okay, I didn't know that.
So yeah,
awesome.
we've done 2 axe throwing competitions. The first one was won by Thor. The second one was won by Captain America. So if for some reason we do a third one, I think we're just going to invite whoever those 2 guys are just to go against each other as like a side piece to whatever we're doing. If we do another axe throwing deal.
Yeah, no, if we do another one, you just better show up dressed up as a superhero if you want to win.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
The track record's there.
Black Panther. Who else we got? Hulk.
Hulk would be good.
Paint yourself green. Don't have to wear a shirt.
Charles, see you later, man. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging.
Good luck, Charles.
All right, got about 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute left. A day to remember, everything we need. Then story number 3. We're out for the day. At least with this part of our day.
Yeah, the real work begins after this.
All right, 25-ish seconds.
I'm set. Let's do this.
All right, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for being part of the show today. Before we get out of here, though, one more time, Marshall's music news.
So Aerosmith currently have a number of 2022 tour dates on the books. But in a recent interview, guitarist Brad Whitford cast doubt on whether or not the band will ever be able to perform again, citing age as a real factor. Now, the band ranges from 69, to 73 years old. Now, Whitford went on to say, the European tour, they tried to plan one last year, then they were trying to plan one this year, now it's next year. It's a pipe dream right now, is what Brad Whitford said. Nothing's gonna happen for a long time. Sometimes I'm not sure what my partners are thinking when they think that's gonna happen. He goes, there's another interesting thing about going to Europe now because of Brexit. It's so much harder to get work visas over there. That's gonna be a whole other nightmare. I mean, I have my doubts about Aerosmith ever really performing again at this stage because age is becoming a real factor, and it is what it is. Now, the band has a lineup of European tour dates in 2022. Plus, they have their Boston 50th anniversary shows, which is supposed to happen 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's supposed to happen this coming September in Boston. So that doesn't sound great.
So if the youngest guy is 69 years old,
Nice.
and in 2 years or even in a year, so I mean they'll all be over 70 by the time this European tour would theoretically happen. Man, that's weird to think that the guys wouldn't tour anymore. And it's also weird, I mean, because Aerosmith's got what, 5, 6 guys in the band?
Yeah.
And it's the original lineup. It's not like they had the issues with the drummer there for a little bit.
They kicked Joey Kramer out for a minute because he had to get his shoulder rebuilt because he was drumming for all this time, and they literally made him like reapply to the band.
But outside of that, it's all original. So I mean, if say Steven Tyler's like, well, you know, me and Perry and okay, this guy from the band, we're going to still tour as Aerosmith if you guys can't do it. Do you think they'll do that, or would they just call it quits if one of the guys are out?
I think as long as Joe Perry and Steven Tyler are in that band, they will wipe the slate and get rid of the rest of the guys. As long as they can still perform, they're the two-headed monster of that band.
That's true.
Yeah, I think they will kick out the rest of the guys. 100%. It's true.
Get out of here, guys. We got money to make. All right, coming up on the show tomorrow, Dude of the Week death match. Marshall will get quizzed in the face, and of course, about last night, Marshall's music news. All of that good stuff happening tomorrow. So we'll talk to you then. Have a great day. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
All right, guys. We officially made our $1,500 for the show today.
You mean $15, right?
$1,500. It's Benjamin's, not Washington's or whatever it is. All right, guys. You have a great rest of your day. Hopefully they send us that directly into a direct deposit, $1,500 into our bank accounts. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m., you guys have a great rest of your Monday. It's cloudy. It's crappy, at least here in Savannah. So do with it what you will. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.